Oh, Bruja, with the magic divine, daughter of ocean, her spirit will shine. Guided by Yeshua, with ancestors' might, in her aura of gold, we find our light.
All right, y'all. So I know I had already started uploading some videos and I had not edited them, but I had recorded those probably 8 days ago or something like that. And I just wanted to put them up there because as I was sitting on those videos, damn near a lot of the shit that I was saying was gonna go on, especially with the shit regarding the state of this damn country. A lot of that is going on. And I know I just did a reading or excuse me, one of those readings that I did, I explained that there was going to be consequences for the people that are trying to stand in the way of those Epstein files being released. And the shit is coming out like already, like it's happening. And I'm not amazed because I literally read what I see in the card. I relay what my ancestors is telling me when I am shuffling these cards and have blessed these cards to give me accurate information or well to give me accurate information to present to y'all. Now it is my own doing as a human to misconstrue some of the information to not twist the facts because like I said, a lot of the shit that I said was going to happen has already begun to happen. Okay. um y'all see Pam Bondi and the DOJ trying to hide the Epstein files, trying to alter them, putting out AI videos and shit, like doing everything to try to thwart those files coming out and to remove Trump and his regime from power. But you know, it's fated to happen. Okay. I know that it looks like everything is fucked up. It looks like they are yet again going to be able to get away with what they've done. It looks like once again victims won't be heard. It looks like rich white men will get away with yet again destroying yet another set of people's lives and nothing will happen. But I assure y'all, in this situation, Epstein is the boogeyman, okay? And why I say he's the boogeyman in this situation is they killed him, okay? Let me say allegedly. And again, let me put my tinfoil hat on. Okay, it's my tinfoil hat theory. This is just alleged. This is not no facts behind it. But you know, y'all can put two and two. Y'all can put two and two together and get four on your own. I don't need to pull tarot cards and tell y'all that that man was in my opinion, in my tinfoil hat opinion, that man was murdered. Okay. That man did not kill himself because he knew that he had information on people in our government that could share be used to his leverage, just like Ghislaine Maxwell's nasty ass did. She was fondling and touching on girls, and this bitch got a motherfucking emotional support animal in jail with her simply because she's friends with Trump. So I understand, yeah, shit looks crazy. Like, well, they hide the files, they redacting shit, although they're not doing a good job at the redacting, are they? They seem to be trying to redact shit and end up telling on them damn selves anyway. All that shit that they've released, it seems to implicate Trump any fucking way, right? Right. Remember the fake card was pulled. Everything that they're trying to do is going to be undone because I'm telling y'all, Epstein is the boogeyman in this situation. Okay. Now you don't have to believe in the spiritual realm or none of that to understand where I'm coming from. Basically, simply put, let me just say what goes around comes around. And because they already we already know that a lot of these motherfuckers have been attached to this man. Epstein was not alone, even though Cookie Monster Eyes Patel sat there and said, oh, Epstein only trafficked girls to himself. Like, why are you sitting up lying in front of the Judiciary Committee? Like, they are not going to find out that you and them little tangle ass eyes, them cokehead eyes in your head is telling lies, baby. Big fucking lies, okay? They already know it, okay? They already know it. They already have suspicions of the lies being told by those who are riding for Trump, standing up for Trump, speaking up for Trump, all of that. Yeah, they know that Trump is a trickster, okay? He's got every trick in the book, or he's going to try to play every trick in the book to avoid those files fully coming out. And he's going to use every sycophant he can to lie for him, honey. He's and going to use the dumbass folks that are still affiliated with him, those of you who call yourselves still call being MAGA, the idiots like Nicki Minaj who have come in and decided to be openly MAGA at the tail end of their regime. I'm telling y'all, this regime is falling apart like tendonism. It may look like bullshit is going on that is going to prevent um the files from coming out or Trump from leaving office, but baby, oh no. It's the lies are already present. We already know. Just know that there is going to be grief coming from the Republican Party. Okay. Y'all see my holiday nails on my Christmas nails? I showed them to y'all in the last video. Let me do this. Yeah, see him. I'm finna take them off because I'm finna cook for Christmas and I don't want to cook with my claws on. But just know that I'm coming back with some more of these. Okay, we're gonna be doing the curved nails. Okay, I'll be recording too. Okay, but anyway, yeah, there's gonna be some grief coming from that Republican Party. There's already grief coming from Donald Trump any fucking way because he knows the shit's over. Okay, he knows the shit's over now. Those that he's going to try to get to continue to go along with what he's got going on, he's gonna feed them a whole trap. He's got them trapped. He's got those that he know you can't do shit. I'm gonna release whatever I know on you. Like they I told y'all politics was a dirty, dirty game, and more often than not, people are playing these fucked up games in this realm and they're getting away with it. Okay, this whole obsession with power, all of these oligarchs and these motherfuckers who have money but no brain power behind the decisions that they are making. These are the people that are running the country. These are the people that are in charge. These are the people who are supporting those who are wearing masks for you, like the JD Vance, for example. Erica Kirk basically got up there when she was at the Turning Point USA uh bullshit rally, whatever it was. Shit that Nikki had a dumbass up there. Anyway, she got up there and basically said what it is that their plan is. Okay. Nobody has announced that JD Vance is running for president except Erica Kirk. She just announced what that man's dreams is. Okay. All right, and I want y'all to notice that Freddy Krueger is on that card. I know y'all like, well, what they got to do with it? Every fucking thing when you're dealing with JD Vance, honey. Okay, he's there to be a nightmare to those of you who have dreams in politics because he's going to destroy what it is that we know as democracy, okay? And Erica Kirk is okay with saying it because she's in love with with JD Vance, okay? But that's neither here nor there. We were talking about the Epstein file, and please believe there are going to be more things that come out that are extremely shocking before these motherfuckers really make a move and start doing shit to get Trump out of office or whatever it is that they're going to do. Right now, we can really go through the phase of them saving face, okay? It's going to be a lot of Republicans trying to distance them a lot more because they know that this Trump presidency this time around, or even back in 2016, like it was a curse. Okay, it wasn't a good idea for anyone to become aligned with him. And for those of you who celebrated his win, and those of you who are still in celebration, look at the shit that your Trump being elected caused. Okay, celebrating a pedophile, an animal, if you will, okay, being elected, and he has just destroyed our country, okay. But in the same token, this fire card is for the Trump administration because they are going to be taken down, y'all. Okay, this won't pass without them being in trouble now for a while. Things are gonna sit on ice. They're gonna continue to speaking of them, let me leave this ICE part out. They're gonna continue to bullshit. They're gonna placate the situation and drag it out as long as they can. Of course, because they've got the media behind it, they're going to sensationalize it. Okay, but it's going to probably be more so Epstein estate or his family or whomever this is, or maybe this is the family of that victim who, rest in peace to her, unalived herself because of all of the shit that was going on surrounding these Epstein files. Maybe it's going to be her family that comes out with a fight or that speaks on the situation and really puts shit out there more so in the public, because I know they've already been doing that. And then, y'all, okay, and then we will finally start to see some movement or gain some harvest and see Congress and Supreme Court actually act like they know that they supposed to be doing their motherfucking job, honey, because they really haven't done shit. But be prepared in January for a lot of Republicans to walk away from office because they are not trying to get caught in that. Okay, they are trying to avoid that call. All right, because if they stay aligned with Trump and his party, they are going to be yelling, "Help me!" They're going to need help because I told y'all they are all going to be prosecuted. It may not be now. Of course, it's not going to be now. It's almost the end of the year, but it ain't going to be now. May not be immediately next year, but oh, honey, they're those Republicans that start leaving office. Pay attention to the shit that they're saying. Not that they are telling the truth or that they are some truth oracle. Just know that it's a combination of the bullshit that they've been going through. But just know that they are too trying to get off before this ship, this Republican Party, this MAGA party, this Trump administration goes off into the deep end, because it is going. Okay. I know again that it seems maybe hopeless for some people, but you got to keep the fight. Okay. You got to keep the fight and keep the faith. Okay. Because these children of the corn motherfuckers are about to be gone. Okay. There's another side of things that is about to happen. There is illness showing up in the cards. Trump is old as hell. Okay, that illness is going to probably take over him and lay his ass down. Like I said, this is their fate. Okay, all of those motherfucking forbidden relationships that they was having with them little girls. No, enough of that. Okay, the end of it. All right, let's move on to another set of readings that I had set aside for y'all. And again, I was trying to stockpile them because I wanted to give y'all a lot of readings, or not a lot, but a good amount of readings so we can have some shit to chat about in the comments. Um, let's talk about let's what we got here first. Let's talk about Akira and Brenay, honey. Yes, yes, yes. We have not talked about old Bison Brenay in a long time, honey. Since the last time we talked about Brenay, her and Tim have gotten married. Akira won the settlement to the tune of $1.75 million. And I just have to ask any woman without judgment, because this is about Brenay, this isn't about you. But I have to ask any woman that is allowing herself to be a man's side chick, specifically a married man's side chick, is it worth it when you lose in the end? And I know a lot of y'all gonna get in the comments and make up stories or regale me with stories of how your baby mama, cousin, sister, friend, auntie, and this nigga that she stole from his wife has been living happily ever after. Sis, I assure you, no, they are not. But that woman's ego is so big that she will not leave that man. She will not let that man go because she doesn't want to succumb to that internal "I told you so" that's going on inside of her. That's what's going on with Brenay, y'all. That's exactly what's going on with her. Like I said, Akira won. Okay. She's coming up with the Sun card energy. She won. Okay. She won. She won flat out. There is new beginnings being spoken of for her with the Sun card. All she has to do was start over. Um, I guess she had just had enough. All right. She had tried to be the best wife that she could, but she got hurt in the process. Now, I am not saying that Akira was innocent, but by no means is it right for Brenay to have befriended this woman and slept with and stole her husband away from her. Okay. She had been hurt as a wife. But the judges, it's all beyond the shit, whatever the not her being innocent, her being cold hearted or whatever type of lies. Tim and his childbearing hips was sitting up there telling the judge, trying to make Akira seem to be a bad person. Like he was sitting up there saying that his parents forced him to marry Akira because she got pregnant. Motherfucker, you married her because you knew that that woman would be able to take care of you, like them women in your family clearly have been taking care of you all your life. Yeah, that's all it was. But despite Tim trying to do that, the judge still like, I know better. Okay, I know better than that. Let me show you this judgment. The judge knew that it was a six of coins situation. Brenay abused the fact that she may have had more money than Akira. That she had the TikTok following and whatever the fuck else Brenay had going on. She had a little bit more going socially than Akira did. And she used that to her advantage because the bitch was getting paid big money to be up on that motherfucking line and twisting her flat, wide, box booty ass in front of the camera for somebody else's husband. I can't believe y'all was watching that. Yeah, I mean, maybe y'all was just watching it for the entertainment value because you knew that this fat bitch was gonna crash and burn. But yeah, the judge saw through that. And the judge say, well, since you got so much love in your heart and you so hell bent, and this is me paraphrasing. And judge like, let me go and give you this nigga since you want him, but you gonna pay this woman that $1.75 million. See, that abuse of your power and that abuse of your money and whatever you thought you had, your social media status. Let me say that because if you line the two of them up, Akira versus Brenay, Akira is so much better than this woman. And realistically, she was greater than Tim. That's why Tim stepped down and downgraded to Brenay. Yes, I said it. Tim fucking downgraded. The judge thought so too. But his downgrade must now pay that judgment. Okay. She must now pay that judgment. And Akira is fine. Okay. Here is fine. She is legally going to get that judgment. Now, she may not get it all at once from Brenay, but Brenay, baby, don't play the lottery or nothing because the way the universe is set up and set up to give you your karma, the universe would let you win the lottery just so North Carolina or Wake County could take that money from you. Now, it'd be the state of North Carolina, but I know they in Wake County because they in Raleigh. The universe will let her win the lottery, honey. Something legal. It won't be something illegal, but hear me out. If she decides I'm gonna play the lottery, it'll give her just enough to pay Akira this judgment. Okay. Either way, two of coins, ten of coins. There is grounding going on with Akira. There is her maybe learning to make better decisions. I'm not gonna say that, oh, out the gate after this divorce, she's good. She's still gonna have to learn, but hell, she's been moved on, honey. She's moved on in a major way. Again, let's go backwards a little bit because our good Leo sis, Akira, is about to be a mommy again. Okay. Oh, and Brenay's so goddamn jealous of that. She be on that motherfucker talking about how she having headaches and her stomach is upset and she feels like she gonna vomit. And I'm just like, oh, bitch, shut the fat up. Okay. Your ass is big and unhealthy. What's going on in your stomach is probably those ulcers growing because you know that Tim is fucking around on you, or you just waiting and worrying and waiting for the moment that he breaks your heart. Okay, yeah, that's what's going on with you. That, and she does not drink water. She vehemently stands against drinking water, honey. She gags and shit while she drinking water, but she thinks that her disgusting womb would be able to hold a child. Are you kidding me? I bet you she stank and leave her ass in the bathroom. Just big old funky bitch. I'm telling you, she built up and looked just like motherfucking Pumbaa off of motherfucking Lion King to me. And y'all tell me I'm telling a goddamn lie. And I'm gonna argue you up and down in these motherfucking comments because yes, that big old rareback bitch does look like that motherfucking warthog. Yes, the fuck she does. She built just like that motherfucker as well. Uh-huh. See, let me make sure I put these down because I don't want to lose my place. But see, these things are in reverse for Brenay. Okay. Um, Shit is slow. Okay. You know, when the sun card is in reverse, excuse me, the sun card. When the sun card is in reverse, that is a no. First of all, that is no. But second of all, it's not a definitive no. You know, it's one of them shit's real slow right now. But the fact that the Empress card came in reverse, okay, as well with Brenay's energy. All right. That means that she will not experience being a mother or she's had a miscarriage. All right. And I know y'all like, dang, you gonna just speak that over her? Girl, fuck her, okay? Any bitch that's bold enough to sleep with a woman's husband and sit her stupid, fat, motherfucking lumberjack shirt underneath a motherfucking sweater dress from motherfucking Dollar Tree, ass up on motherfucking live TV and say this man is worth her being sued for $1.75 million. Baby, I can say what the fuck I want about this fat bitch, okay? All right, I'm gonna say what I want to say. All right, because that's the problem. Her motherfucking mama ain't been talking to her, nor has she raised neither her nor her sister right. Because I know y'all fucking lying when y'all say Korean is the better sister. No, she's just quiet with her hold'em. Okay, but I'll continue. Yeah, things are not good for Brenay. All right, their money opportunities are going to slow up, and eventually, more sooner than later, I promise you that. Okay, eventually that money imbalance, okay, is going to show up between her and Tim and going to become a real problem because not only is her 10 of coins in reverse, meaning there is familial issues, okay? They are arguing and fighting, baby. They ain't getting along. She can sit her fat ass up on TV, on TikTok, whatever in the fuck, and tell lies all the fuck she wants to. No, the fuck they're not, baby. They are not getting along, okay? There is no grounding in their relationship because she cannot trust him. He cheated on his motherfucking first wife, okay, with a ugly, bad built, fucked up bitch like her, okay? And again, I've told this story to y'all before, but I'm gonna tell it every motherfucking time, especially when Wake County is mentioned. I've told y'all that them gals is like that out there, okay? Now Brenay done took somebody's man, right? She know how she look. Let me go back to the Empress in reverse because that doesn't only mean that a woman isn't gonna have any children or no, you're not pregnant, bitch. You just fat as hell and need to fucking maybe get a probiotic in your big ass belly. I'm talking about she built up just like a motherfucking oil drum, but got the audacity to pull her big fucked up body out for somebody's husband. Yeah, she married him. But what a prize to win, baby. It cost you $1.75 million to marry that piece of shit because Tim is a piece of shit, honey. Okay? He ain't worth nothing. This nigga gassed his own self up to believe he was going to the league, and the league didn't even look at that motherfucker. Now he came and leached himself onto not only Akira, but also onto Brenay. He hates women. Okay? Anyway, let's go back to Brenay's ass because we'll get to Tim shortly. Okay. Brenay's big fat ass, okay? She knows she fucked up, okay? She knows she ain't feeling herself as a woman. She doesn't like who she is as a woman. She doesn't like how she looks. She don't like how she built. She knows she built like Mr. Krabs without a shell on, baby. She knows she fucked up, okay? And she knows that if Tim cheated with me, he'll cheat with another woman who's like this. And I'm gonna get to that soon, y'all. But yeah, things is all kind of imbalanced for Brenay. She thought foolishly. I will definitely say foolishly because any woman that thinks that, I'm gonna steal this woman's husband, okay, specifically a husband. It ain't cool for you bitches to steal a bitch boyfriend either, bitch. Because do you think that he ain't gonna leave your motherfucking ass too? And let's say you do marry this motherfucker, baby. Don't you know you just married a cheater? Okay, you just married the Lion King, his damn self. That's what Brenay did. And she's worried, baby. She knows that this was a bad decision, but oh no, she's not going to. She's not going to admit to it. No, this was a fucked up decision that she's made because she just put Akira's motherfucking shoes on. Stretch them out, okay? Stretch them out, okay? Because she knows this ain't gonna work. She knows they ain't gonna stay married long. I say maybe they'll probably be married 2 years, but within that 2 year marriage, they're gonna be separated. Watch what I tell you, okay? Because Tim is not a man, okay? And he does not literally, he don't want no goddamn kids with Brenay. Okay. He thought he was gonna get her money, and the fact that she now is the King of Pentacles in reverse, um, makes bad decisions with money, i.e., being sued for $1.75 million just because you had to have this worthless nigga. Okay, let me make sure these are showing up right in the screen, 'cause I want y'all to see these motherfucking deviant moon ass cards. This worthless nigga, right? He ain't bringing no money in. Okay, he's not grounded as a man. He makes dumbass decisions, i.e., the King of Pentacles in reverse. Now I know y'all like that. Uh, that speaks of money. Tim ain't got no money. This being in reverse, what job this nigga got? He has nothing. There's no substance with this man. Okay. This definitely was a loss for Brenay. However, on the other side for Akira, this was an absolute win. Okay. She's with a new man that Brenay's lying, fat, bad built, motherfucking big as a duplex ass is saying, "Oh, he tried to flirt with me no more once before." Oh, bitch, where's your husband at? Okay, while you over here underneath Akira's post and saying little stupid shit, where's your cheating ass husband at, Brenay? You better listen, girl, because I told you I was gonna get your fat ass because you decided to try to report my last video on your extremely wide backed ass. Okay. And I told you I was gonna put such voodoo on you, you would wear Akira's shoes, and baby, you are. Because Akira's winning. Okay, that man don't want you. In fact, he expanding his family with Akira right now. She's pregnant. Eventually, they probably will get married. Okay, and that's the justice for Akira. Okay, on the other side of it, Brenay will not experience any of that. Ten of Cups is in reverse again. Those emotions are not there. Those family disputes are there. Her and Tim do more fighting than they do fucking, okay? Now that he done married the fat bitch and Akira is completely the fuck out the way because she getting ready to have her spite baby, okay? Not that she don't love her child or love her new nigga, but the baby that you better believe that's a spite baby. Let me stab you in the heart even harder, nigga. Let me have a baby with another nigga while you with this wilder beast that can't get pregnant or that you don't want to have no kids by because he don't. She ain't equivalent to Akira, and he makes it known. I'm pretty positive that Tim be round there motherfucking comparing and contrasting the shit out of Akira and Brenay. And Brenay fat ass just sitting there taking it. Yeah, this is her fucking karma. All right. This is absolutely Brenay's motherfucking karma. Nothing coming from that relationship. All right. Brenay sitting up in that motherfucking fucked up. Okay, because the very same shoes that she made Akira wear have rotated their way back to her. Okay. See, the thing is, Brenay ain't that girl that she thinks she is, okay, or that she thought she was because she was able to manipulate someone's husband, someone's wayward, fucked up, broke ass, nothing worth nothing ass husband that she thought that she was that girl, honey, but she's definitely not. Okay. She is a woman of low value. She is a woman of loose morale. She is not a woman. She's a little girl very much. That's why the Queen of Wands is in reverse, baby. You are not that girl and you will never be that girl. Okay. And your relationship with Tim is going to fail. Okay. So all of those toxicities that Brenay feels about herself with this Queen of Wands being present with the hermit card, they're going to show up. Okay. Eventually, y'all are going to catch her further arguing online about Tim. Eventually, her focus will leave Akira momentarily because, yeah, she's obsessed with Akira. And she got to be because she owe her $1.75 million. See, yeah, she's not that girl. Okay. And all her insecurities and her jealousies are going to be brought forward. See, she thought that she was that girl and thought she was doing some shit by taking that girl's husband from her. See, she thought that she was that girl. Big ol' ass you ain't, look like you stink, built like a motherfucking mattress, baby. You are not that girl. Okay. So now, not that I'm saying that Tim um is innocent because he was manipulative in the situation too. He was making sure to bring Brenay in his house and fuck on that fat bitch while Kira wasn't at home, or let this fat bitch have access to that girl's house while she wasn't there. Had to make sure my damn microphone is still on, y'all. Is it still on? Yeah, yeah, it's still on. Anyway, yeah, Tim is just as much at fault as Brenay is, but Tim ain't have shit to lose. That's why right now his case with Devin is coming up next year sometime. But right now the focus is on Brenay because she the one that had the money and the means to be the manipulative bitch. But on the other side of things, now that Brenay has Tim, you know, you got your fat ass sued for $1.75 million. I'm gonna keep saying that number, baby, because you about a stupid one. But you done got sued, and now he's over there manipulating you. See, there is no long term in this marriage or this situation with him and Brenay because Tim don't really like Brenay. Okay, I know that they sat up on Tamron Hall and told him damn lies and um pretended that they were so in love and that, well, Brenay was doing most of the motherfucking talking. Tim really wasn't saying a damn thing. I want to point that out. Tim really wasn't saying shit. It was Brenay doing all of the answering. Tim will murmur something here and there and shake his big stupid head to be in agreement with Brenay because he want access more or continued access to that fucking checking account. But he don't really like Brenay. There's no long term here. Like I said, I give him good 2 years, okay? I give him 2 years, and Brenay know that. I'm gonna just switch to one hand because I don't want my microphone to go off because I'm getting ready to do some other reads too. Brenay knows that too, okay? There's that Nine of Swords and Three of Swords energy. She is worried about what the fuck Tim is going to do, okay? Because she know you lose them how you choose them, okay? And let me go backwards. Let me go backwards because I gotta include. I think I got that card present. And y'all know I be trying to re-reference my damn cards so that I can keep my story complete so that you can follow along. Oh, I'm looking for the damn Three of Cups, but I don't know what the hell I've done with it, and I'm not gonna keep on pulling for it, looking for it. But yeah, I might have put it up. But yeah, she knows that, they're not going to work out because you lose them exactly how you choose them. And she's got the Three of Coins in reverse right there. First of all, because neither her nor Tim is working, but Brenay can at least get her fat ass online and make some money. Tim now is trying to pull a magician and manipulate Brenay. Okay. He's trying to find his way into how he can manipulate her up out of her money. So in return, he's working her. All right. In return, he's working her as well. Anyway, yeah, Brenay knows that. Here it is. She knows that. She knows that she loses them, how she chooses them, and oh, baby, them fights be real over there because emotionally it's not there. Tim does not show her the love that she thought that he would because he didn't love Akira either. I'm not gonna sit here and say, oh, he didn't. He's not showing her the love he showed Akira. He didn't show Akira no love either. Okay, he was just yet another selfish Raleigh man, a man from Raleigh, looking for a woman to lay up on, and that's what he got over and over again because that's how the women that raised him raised him. All right. So yeah, Brenay's heart is breaking, honey, fast because shit's not working out and it's becoming a burden that she's got to carry everything. Okay. Ten of Wands energy and the Five of Wands energy, they are over there fighting like cats and fucking dogs. See him. Now that spell that Brenay put on Akira and Tim and broke their marriage up, she did a spell where they would fight like cats and dogs. Y'all see why shit return on you and why you shouldn't do baneful magic, especially if it's unjust. See, if she had just waited her fat nasty ass around long enough, Akira and Tim were gonna break up anyway. Their marriage was headed towards divorce any fucking way. But being the big greedy ass bitch that she is, she had to have him now. She had to have him while he was still married. She didn't give a fuck about stepping on that woman's toes, which is why Tim don't give a shit about stepping on hers either. Okay. Like I said, neither one of them is working. Brenay can get online and make her a little bit of money, but it becomes burdensome being the only one making the money. Okay, Tim ain't working. Brenay using social media to get her money, but eventually that's gonna dry up because hell, Akira get ready to take all of that. Yeah, them fights is crazy over there. All right, Brenay knowing that it's a burden or it's becoming burdensome in her eyes. She knowing it's burdensome to be with this man that she got to support. Not to mention, like I said, he will stab her in the back. Okay, he will stab her in the back. All right, because he knows that first of all, Brenay, you lied your way into this relationship anyway. All right, Tim doesn't trust her. That's why the Queen of Swords is in reverse. That's why she's here reverse for us. But that Ten of Swords is upright because neither of them, let me put it like that, neither two of them trust each other. How about that? Being in a relationship where you can't trust the other one because you done lied your way into this situation. Okay? You done lied your goddamn way into this situation, and now both of y'all sleeping with one eye open because you don't trust the other one. Tim not so much is worried about Brenay cheating because he know he got this big bitch wrapped around his finger. Okay? It's more him not trusting her or not liking her, excuse me. Tim doesn't really like Brenay. He likes the benefit of using up whatever money she has, but he doesn't like Brenay. That spell is wearing off and is going to continue to wear off, all right? Because Brenay, it's God's plan to expose the liar. Now, that doesn't mean that Tim and Akira are going to get back together, but Tim is definitely going to leave you. And before he leaves, though, he's going to do everything and then some to you that he did to Akira, including. Now, I don't know if this is Koran showing up in this Lover's card and this Seven of Swords, but including one of your own friends or somebody close to you, Brenay, is going to cause the same situation to happen to you. See, you absolutely reap what you sow. Tim came into that relationship with the same cheating ass energy that your ass had. So you was over there cheating on Devin. Both of y'all come into this relationship as motherfucking liars, okay? Two toxic things, all right? Succumb into that nasty ass lust. I don't understand why he was lusting after you. Yes, I do, because you put that spell on him, baby. That spell gonna wear off his eyes again. Lover's card reverse, baby. The relationship started in a toxic place and it's gonna end that way too. Because, baby, eventually Tim is gonna grow tired of Brenay. All right. You got the hangman and the eight of cups. Like I said, it's not even a thing of him returning to Akira, but it's a thing of him walking away from this marriage because he is not emotionally invested in Brenay at all. Okay. This bitch not only is being sued for $1.75 million, but this bitch is going to lose her husband, the husband she stole from somebody else, okay? Because he's not that emotionally invested in that girl. She's stupid, all right? He's saying it was not a good idea to really fuck with Brenay, especially because she ain't really earning that money that she once used to earn, apparently. That and she is going to pay that trap to Akira. I'm telling y'all, okay? He gonna get to a point to where that he like, nah, I ain't fucking with this bitch. Even though he too is going to be sued by Devin, but I don't know if it's going to produce the same results as Brenay and Akira's did. But he's going to get to the point to where that he's going to walk away from Brenay, and it has to do with the money. And again, they are unequally yoked. Again, the let me stop saying again. The five of coins, or excuse me, the coins don't only mean money. It can also mean your grounding, and he's seeing that there is no substance in this relationship. It was literally about the sex. Um, that's wearing thin, honey. Like I said, they doing more fighting than fucking, honey. Green, they probably ain't getting hit but once every 2 months, honey. That shit is terrible. Tim, however, as I stated before, will find himself in another relationship in Wake County, Johnston County. Basically, I don't know, y'all. Fayetteville, y'all got bullshit like that going on because I'm almost convinced that all of the women that are in this mentality in North Carolina are like this. They will lay with your man, honey, and will go through hell. Okay, after they've taken this nigga from you, but will still be fucking with you some kind of way, just like Brenay doing Akira. Baby, leave that girl alone for you get a stalking charge. And you have to pay some more money. You already can't afford that $1.75 million, baby. The universe snatched that rug right from up under you and humbled your big ol' ass real quick. Anyway, yeah, Tim will find himself in a new relationship with another female who is exactly like Brenay. Now, she may or may not have the exact type of money that Brenay has, or she may be one of them motherfucking YouTubers coming up, or one of them TikTokers up and coming up there in North Carolina that we just don't know nothing about because she ain't fucking on Tim yet. But yeah, there's a new relationship showing up in his cards, okay? And oh baby, it's a bitch just like her, honey. And the crazy thing is, he's gonna get this other woman pregnant. Now I know y'all like you say that all of the time, but it is true. Okay, it's true. The same thing that Brenay wants, this woman is going to have, and that's going to take Tim, or that's going to be his excuse to walk away from Brenay because he's gonna be like, "Oh, I want to be a father to my child. I want to be a father to my child." He already don't take care of Akira's children, but he's gonna have something to prove over here because I don't know. This girl's daddy might got money, okay, and this is gonna cause a fight between Tim and Brenay, and that's gonna be a wrap for them. That's what you get, Brenay. That's what any of you get that'll lay with a woman's husband and think that you have won, baby. All you have done was alleviated that woman of an issue or a problem, a problematic nigga. I can promise you that. But let's not stay too long on Brenay's big back because I didn't mean to make that reading go that long because it's McIntyre, honey. And I guess I shouldn't use the R word. That's not cool, is it? No, it's not. I take that back. YouTube don't strike me for that. But Peach, I try not to watch her. Not try not to. I don't watch Peach because I've always felt that her energy was extremely toxic. I've always felt that Peach was angry within her soul and spirit. And I've always felt like she's had the lowest of the low self-esteem. I don't believe that she believes in herself as a woman. I don't think that she thinks that her life would have any value without Wood. And Wood is her husband that finally married her after pumping her full of a bastard factory. And I say that because she had the audacity to call Tia Kemp's children bastards. Ma'am, you just married Wood a couple years ago, so at least six of them motherfuckers you own is bastards, okay? Calm down, okay? I know that deep down beneath all of that bravado you give into the motherfucking internet, I know you're unhappy, baby. Everything about everything you say says I'm unhappy. It also says my money may not be the way that I'm projecting that my money is because I'm allowing this worthless man that I've laid up and had nine little motherfucking children by is completely worthless. So I have to get online and create storylines, tell lies on my family, attack other creators, attack other women, attack other women's looks, and that therapy, baby, baby, no ma'am, no ma'am, no ma'am. Not when your motherfucking mouth look like a garden rake at the bottom, or you talking shit about anybody, okay? Not when your body is really made to fuck wrong, okay? But them spaces in between all of them bottom teeth is what get me. And I promise you that whole motherfucking teeth, I ain't even got shit here in front of me, but it looked like a motherfucking garden rake. No, ma'am. No, we're not going to be unhappy and bitter and mad because of the way that we look. See, I know I say this a lot about a lot of these bitches when they be clowning, but y'all, that be really what's wrong with these hoes, okay? They be mad because they be wildly unattractive, all right? And bitch got to settle for a nigga like Wood, okay? Let's be clear, Wood is not attractive as well. Two ugly people ain't got no business bumping uglies, but they bumped 9 times at least, okay? But Peach is unhappy, all right? Overall, before I get into her cards, that woman is the most bitterest soul on the planet. And shame on you if you add into her algorithm. If you are seeing her on your algorithm and you are adding to her views, shame on you. Shame on you for entertaining such a toxic, angry woman. Okay. I ain't never seen nothing good that she's done. I know she started off being nice, but she became quite toxic quite quickly. She was never happy. Okay. She was never happy. But I don't know. There are some things that have gone on in her life that she needs to possibly leave behind, or she like the way she's acting. Okay, I'm not saying that her family is completely innocent, and some things may have happened, but I sincerely doubt that they are the way that Peach has put them or has made most of her following about. Now, I know again, I think what she used to clean up or some shit, and bitch used to do shit like that. But she came out with this shit about how her family did this, that, and the third to her. And that may not necessarily be true, y'all. And because she made a lot of her money from drama, she's going to continue to do that, but it's not serving her anymore. And her God, whatever her God is, whatever her higher being is urging her to move on from this. It's time to grow up, Peach. Okay, basically, have y'all ever heard the saying it's time to grow up, Peter Pan? It's time to grow up, Peter Pan. Okay, Peach be moving in such masculine energy, such masculine and bitter ass energy. Every time I see something on her, it's something negative. It's her getting into it with somebody. It's her getting her ass beat because she done went up in a beauty salon and got a wig did and gonna act a fool with the folk that done laid this wig on her damaged ass hair. I didn't know bitterness and lower. Let me say low vibrational masculine energy. Because I don't want y'all to believe that I'm attacking men, because I'm not. I'm attacking low vibrational energy, and everything about Peach McIntyre is low vibrational. And again, if you are watching her and giving her views, shame on you, all right? Because there's nothing that Peach can teach you. That bullshit she telling y'all about making sure you go get your kids something for Christmas. Why she ain't made sure she got her kids no motherfucking house? Where they gonna put all them motherfucking gifts that you pulled your ass up to the motherfucking donations and got? There's no problem with you going to the toy drives and shit. You do what you gotta do. But when you a bitch like Peach McIntyre, what you doing up in that line, hoe? Where your money at? Oh, you done gave it to your other toxic half, right? That other low vibrating divine masculine that's around, not even divine masculine, that low vibrating masculine energy that's around you that you call a husband. Yeah. And I know, people make mistakes. All right. Peach may have decided to go on this path of being toxic, and she didn't really think it through. Maybe she was a victim of some sort in her past. I'm not going to discredit that. But overall, she's really just a lost soul, because she will literally do any fucking thing for clout, honey. And I say that because here's the shallow card coming up. When this bitch gets bored, when things become hollow, when her checking account is empty, she will start some drama and she will put that shit online, okay? And again, I'm not saying that some things didn't happen to her in her past, but the things that really truly did happen to her, she never learned any lessons behind. She just think, why hell, I'll just make some money off of it. And that's exactly what she's doing. That's exactly what her MO is, okay? How much money can I get from this bullshit story that I can spend or exaggerate? Again, certain things may have happened to her, but everything didn't. All right. The shit that she's doing is stupid. All right. And her card said, okay, this is more of her bad decisions. Okay. Bad decisions because she's running from something. All right. Something present day. It ain't got nothing to do with her past. And y'all gotta stop always attributing things that people are doing or the shit that they're going through to something that's going on in their past, or something that has gone on in their past. Because, like I said, something may have happened, but it ain't as heavy as Peach is laying it on to be. And she's just simply making money off of it. Okay. But she's running from something present day. All right. Um, I think that she knows that she's probably running out of time when it comes to this social media shit, because people are going to get to a point where they pivot away from that toxic shit because you get tired of it. All right. Especially when it's the same motherfucker over and over and over again, like Peach McIntyre with the same storyline. Does anything ever get right in your life, bitch? Or do you keep suffering? So if you keep suffering and always got a motherfucking testimony or some shit's always going on, are you listening to that God that you serve? Or does that God you serve not exist and this is just some shit you've known, you've used because the people in your family have used this, and you're using this to grift even more. Cause see, the whole to holy pipeline really needs to be studied. Okay, the fucked up person to the Father God needs to be studied because it is way too many ignorant ass people who are, like I said, fucked up human beings who suddenly become Christians and everything is supposed to be all right. And everything that they say is gospel. And that's right. You say that ain't nothing Peach is preaching about or saying true. Okay. None of it holds no value. Even if the shit is a little bit right that she's saying. Right message, wrong messenger always when it comes to Peach, okay? Because she's looking for something, okay? She's longing and searching for nothing, and I can't come up with nothing but the craving for clout and attention. Okay, look at the shit that's showing up on the card: craving, longing, aching, wanting. She wants attention. She needs money, and I mean everybody fucking needs money, but she's going about it crazy. Okay, she's going about it real crazy. All right. She wants to also make sure that she taps into y'all that are sort of kind of her social media motherfucking parasocial twin flame. Okay, she wants to make sure that her energy and those that follow her, y'all energy is mirroring that shattered bullshit, that stupidity that she's got going on, and that you are in the same low ass vibration that she is. And again, if you are following her and you are a supporter of her, or you amen anything that Peach does or says, you are you need to do some reflecting because you are a mirror image of a toxic ass woman. Okay. In fact, like I said, people were going to get to the point to where that they get to grow tired of this bullshit. All right. This type of entertainment. And Peach does not want to face neither that rejection or that abandonment because I think that she possibly has some abandonment issues. That's why she's holding on to Wood so hard because that family that she's in has no foundation for real. He's just nutting in her because her pussy is available. That's all that is. Okay. Hopefully one day we'll get some silence. We won't get to see her as much because there's literally some bullshit going on between the two of them. Now, again, I don't know if this is a storyline. Peach might be blowing some shit up to be bigger and greater than what it is because she's definitely chasing something. She's chasing an opportunity here. Talking about Wood is cheating on her again. But yeah, it's about her fading into obscurity. She knows that her time is ticking on this brand of entertainment that she's providing, and she knows that it's stupid. That's why she is online talking shit and starting shit with other creators and other people, just calling motherfuckers out doing shit. Because she's trying to build the momentum for this love triangle that's supposedly going on between Wood and this girl that didn't she post a picture of the girl or some shit? She done went and found somebody to participate in this shit with her because she's trying to get paid, okay? Because she knows that y'all are gonna give her money and do what y'all need her to do. And because she's such a grudge holder and because she knows that she can capitalize off feeding off the past energy of Wood cheating on her now. I'm not saying that he isn't cheating on her now, but humor me here and go with me. She knows that so many of y'all also have this mentality. No, you get that bitch put out. She leans into her karmic friends, so that y'all can hype this bullshit up so that y'all can amen her storyline. All right. More of her bullshit will come out, that bad reputation of Peach running her mouth and not necessarily threatening people, but possibly threatening people or just popping her mouth, running her mouth. Similar to that time she running her mouth and that lady put her fist in her motherfucking eye and she running around with black eye and shit. More of this, okay? More of this, that bad reputation of her just saying ignorant shit just to start a fight, okay? Just to create some traction. She's gonna start a fight or start several fights with more girls because she's running away from some shit, y'all, okay? And she's running away from the fact that again, like I said, the man might be cheating on her stupid ass. All right. Here's the creeping card. I don't know if y'all can see it, but And again, she might be feeding off a past storyline. There's no trust in this girl. All right. But what you can trust is Wood married her for her money or whatever access to her money that he can get, because if he really truly is cheating on her, which I am 9 out of 10 true positive that he probably is cheating on her. He's fucking around on Peach for one of her very own fans, for one of her very own Peach groupies. What she calling them, the Peach Fit, whatever the fuck you motherfuckers is, you spoiled, rotten motherfuckers. She cheating on you for another garbage pail kid, honey. One of your garbage pail kids, one of these bitches that you built up, okay, with that toxic energy. This is one of yours, Peach, okay? You looking to see what she where she came from, who is she, whatever the fuck. She came from you, baby. That's one of your toxic twin flames. Remember, I just said you got some twin flames out there, honey. That this the other side of it. Okay. Peach, this is one of yours. All right. Yeah. One of your girls that you've trained with your bad reputation and your bad attitude and being online with this negative shit. Yeah, baby, this is one of your children that he's cheating on you with. Okay. This is yours. All right. Yeah, her cards show it. He's definitely cheating on her. Okay. But at the same time, Peach really doesn't care because again, she'd do anything for Cloud Child. Here she is fishing for comments, wondering if people are talking about this affair and how she can blow this up bigger so that she can get money. Y'all know she just did a thing for Christmas for her kids. She needs to pay January's rent, or February's rent, because they you get paid in the middle of or towards the end of the month on social media. But she's trying to secure February's rent. Okay, so she gonna blow this shit up. Okay, fishing for them comments, honey. Fishing for them comments. All right. Even down to now, I personally feel like she will call DCFS or do a fake report on herself and say that somebody else did it so that she can add this to the mix. Or maybe this is her pretending that she's going to walk away from Wood and take the kids. I don't know, but this is all fake, y'all. This is all fake. And she's going to be doing more bullshit, fake smiling and pretending that she got it, but just know it's fake, okay? Peach is going through things emotionally, physically, spiritually, and financially, all right? She's going through that shit. Now, I don't know for sure, if there are some bad habits, so to speak, going on with them, but there is going to be a lot of shit that come out about Peach, and y'all gonna find out there's some of this going on, all right? I know a lot of y'all ain't gonna listen, and that's just fine. I don't care. But you will see that Peach gonna go through some shit. Okay, she might get a place, or y'all just might this might be past things that I'm pulling about her moving around and shit, or her moving yet again. She's not gonna be able to keep a place. I don't know. That stock value of foolishness, entertainment is going away, and I'm glad. You also hear about her possibly filing bankruptcy sometime soon. But overall, she gonna be her same self. Starting shit, keeping up drama, being a cyber bully, combing through. Oh, excuse me. Ugh, combing through her comments, trying to find somebody to pick on or stick her peach pits or whatever you ugly motherfuckers is on people. But it's because she hates to see people happy. All right. She'll probably go through and find somebody, one of her innocent little followers that's following her, that seems to be happy, and she'll start picking on that motherfucker. And it's because she's broke, okay? And money looking real funny around here. She might pretend and state that she's doing a lot of hustling to get her money, hustling instead of getting some type of solidified shit. And you got 9 motherfucking kids, but okay, sis. But she might pretend that she's doing a lot of hustling and doing her thing and grinding, like I said, like she did um with this toy drive shit. And she's admonishing people who chose not to go real hard for Christmas for their kids. Baby, Peach ain't got shit either, okay? That's her ego trying to keep her present because she know that she ain't got shit going on. Let me get my card back up here without accidentally stopping my video. Yeah, she gonna do a whole lot of pretend hustling, okay? And that's her ego trying to hide the fact that she ain't got no money. or that money is looking real funny. Okay, don't believe the hype. Okay, she might put it like again, things are always great around her way because she trusts in God and all that bullshit. But no, it's just a clout chase. It's just a clout chase so that she can remain relevant, so that she can continue to get money up out of y'all, so that she can keep maintain her followers, so she can develop the next storyline for the Peach and Wood show. That's what she might as well call it because the way she be making shit up or carrying shit on, honey, it is basically a motherfucking show. But I assure y'all, she's being manipulative, all right? She's a liar, all right? She's a liar and something ain't right in Peach's motherfucking head. We got the magician card and the moon card showing up here. She is mentally unstable. All right. I know that again, I keep bringing this back up because it's important to really pay attention to the things that this woman has alleged. And you'll know that you cannot trust this persona, this nice girl persona that she's putting on because she's a fucking liar. All right. And mentally she's unwell. Let me get this to y'all the way it was supposed to be in reverse. Mentally, this bitch is unwell. All right. That elevator ain't rising off that bottom floor, honey. That clock is not right at no time of the day. With the moon card being in reverse, it speaks of unveiling secrets, subsidizing anxiety, deception, and blocked intuition. She's not, girl, any of that Bible shit she's saying is untrue and false. With the magician card being in reverse, it speaks of manipulation, cunning, trickery, wasted talent, illusion, and deception. I'm telling y'all, she's lying. I almost called her Brenay because her and Brenay are literally cut from the same cloth. Okay. They are one and the same bitch. Believe that. But her mind ain't right. All right. She starts a bunch of conflicts just so that she can manipulate the fucking situation. She does a lot of that. All right. She abuses whatever the power is she has over the people that follow her on the internet by manipulating these storylines and dragging them out longer than what they have to be. All right. Now, like I said, her husband probably is cheating on her. Probably is cheating on her. All right. And Peach is suspended and is in suspense, possibly trying to figure out exactly who it is, because it's probably not that girl, okay, that she pulled up. Or it's several girls, but she chose the one who she felt like was the most unattractive and the one that didn't look like that she felt like she looked better than. Because the rest of them girls got her doubting herself and feeling embarrassed. And what these girls are seeing in Wood other than Peach's money, I don't know. Maybe he's a trick, but baby, he looks as dusty as he is. All right. He looked like his feet stink. But you bitches, simply because he belongs to another woman, will fuck with him. That's the energy that Peach gives out, though. I don't feel no ways about it if Wood truly is cheating on her, because this is what Peach puts out, y'all. This is the low vibrations that she wallows in. So she's gonna get everything from this. I digress. But yeah, she posted the girl that she felt like she looked better than. All right, because she knows she out of control. She off the rails. She knows she off the rails. But this ain't really gonna make the money that she think it is because people tired of hearing this. All right. This is the same storyline over and over again. How many times are you gonna regale the internet with the tales of how Wood is cheating on you, but you refuse to leave him at the same time? Okay. Not that anybody's interested either, because Peach is not interesting, y'all. One thing. I don't get it. I don't get it. She's not interesting. All right. Stop giving your energy to motherfuckers that's low vibrational because Peach got a whole lot of problems. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that she has not enjoyed some monetary successes, because she has, but this situation, this current situation, or whatever it is that she's got going on, is not going to fare well for her. It's in fact going to cost her more money than it is her earn her some money. And that girl that she's fucking with is probably going to sue her. And the fact that Peach's arrogance and ignorant behaviors are going to show up more and more. And people are going to see, like, yeah, Peach is really toxic. She's not, again, here we are with the Queen of Wands in reverse. She's not that girl that she thinks she is. And she She really needs to relax. Go somewhere and chill your ass out and look after your family because it looks like y'all got some shit going on. Okay. Seven of Wands, Ten of Pentacles in reverse. Again, that speaks of grounding. But this is both that family's grounding and money. That money is funny and them fights is heavy over that motherfucker. And again, he could really, really be cheating on Peach. Which again, this is the energy and the vibration that she's put out. So feel no way about it. All right. For all y'all know, Peach cheating too, because with the Seven of Wands, that's also somebody's ego being hurt, but that's another party too, competing. That's her probably going to get up with her a little dip off every now and again, and then coming back and fighting with Wood about the bitches that's in his inbox. Yeah, there's foolishness going on both sides of the arena, honey. But her cards speak of a whole lot of lack. Okay, not a lot of new starts for her because she's consistently choosing, making the bad choice of wallowing in this but low vibration. Okay, she's wallowing in low vibrations because this is what worked for her, and she's refusing to move on from it. She's choosing to do this because this is what's worked for her in the past. Lying, making shit up, capitalizing off of the pain and hurt that she allegedly goes through. Yeah, this is what has worked for her. All right. And she feels like it's going to work time and time again. Nothing in her says that I'm going to stop. All she knows is that I'm without. I need some money. Me and my kids need some damn where to go. And I'm going to keep going with this bullshit. And she ain't going to stop it. Even though, like I said, he might be cheating on her. Wood seriously might be cheating on her. And they got married because he wanted her money. All right. He really don't like her. He don't like being her husband. He don't want to be with Pete's stupid ass. Let me show y'all what cards it was. Okay. Here both of them are in reverse. They are a terrible husband and wife pair. Both of them are terrible towards each other. In fact, both of them might be pulling each other down, honey. Shit. Like Wood in his feelings, thinking about all these goddamn kids, and ironically, it's a nine of swords. He feel like his children are nine burdens. I don't give a shit how y'all accept that. All right. He, with the King of Wands in reverse, regrets being a father. He does not want to be these kids' daddy, all them motherfucking kids peached and laid up and had. But at the same time, nigga, why didn't you pull out? If you knew you didn't want to consistently keep being a damn daddy, baby, Peach raggedy enough to goddamn have another baby. If she can have kids, Peach raggedy enough to have baby number 10, honey. Number 10, number 11, 12, 13, baby. She's raggedy enough to continue to have kids simply because she know I can trap him, okay? Let's talk about her as a mother because even with all of that spending she's doing, she's not that great of a mother either. In fact, both of them are toxic, fucked up, stupid ass parents. Okay, both of them hate each other. Okay, they don't like each other. Both of them feeling the stress of being a parent and a spouse to the other one. All right, they are lying. Peach is lying, rather. Or whomever gets the fuck on the internet the most and talk about this marriage, they're lying when they say they're in a good space. No, they ain't. They don't like each other. Again, there's a lot of regret surrounding being married and a whole lot of kids, honey. In their situation specifically, a whole lot of regret present, honey. Bullshit ass marriage, all that fighting and shit they find. They find their way back to each other because neither of the two of them can do better than the other one. So please believe they'll be fussing and fighting until the end of time. Okay, or until the Lord takes one of them away. But yeah, they fuss and fight often, honey, and them words that get exchanged is some toxic, evil ass shit to come up out of both of their heads, honey. But again, feel no ways for Peach. Do not feel sorry for her because she did this. Vibrating low, Queen of Pentacles reversed, being emotionally immature, Page of Pentacles reversed. I'm sorry, Page of Cups reversed. That's her being too stupid in thought. Okay, as a woman, as a grown woman, to make better decisions. Okay, she's not thinking about her children. She's not thinking about what's best for them. She's thinking about herself. And the Queen of Pentacles reversed absolutely describes Peach. She is a selfish, unkempt, jealous, insecure, greedy, materialistic. intolerant, self-absorbed, envious bitch. Okay, now bitch is not on this card, but that's exactly who she is. All right, all of this shit. She ain't had enough, honey. No matter how much Peach goes through. Okay, no matter how many toxic things she goes through, she's going to always pretend to fight the good fight and get up. Now, you notice that the Nine of Wands is in reverse because the bitch will try to find every which way to bounce back from any type of storm she goes through. And before you applaud her, some of this shit is self-inflicted. Some of this shit that Peach does or gets finds herself in, she does it for views and does it for money because she knows y'all gonna give her some money. She knows that it's gonna always be a Seven of Pentacles when it comes to her and her situation because y'all like that. Okay, y'all are coming up as the lover's energy with the Seven of Pentacles. Y'all like that bullshit. Y'all encourage her to make these bad decisions, be it business wise or her as a woman, as a human being. Y'all encourage this bullshit, and she's not gonna stop. Okay, she's not gonna change because that is what's working for her. Bitterness and foolishness is what works for her, and y'all help her out. Okay, she has no incentive to change. She has no incentive to change, and she will consistently live beyond her means and will get her ass thrown out of every place that she lives in, evicted, whatever, lose it because her kids is bad, lose it because she stops paying the rent or whatever the fuck she does. She's gonna stop taking care of it, but she knows that y'all will continue to feed her. She has no incentive to change. All right. Long term, what is she gonna do? Continue fucking off money because y'all are gonna continue to feed this need to be seen, this need that she has, this addiction with uh profiting off of being negative. She knows that y'all are going to continue to give her the money and the views and all of that. So she has no incentive to do things a little bit different or to grow up. Again, I told y'all this girl's mind is bad. All right. She's going to continue to do low vibrational shit because y'all are going to watch her do it. You're gonna comment, and of course we gonna make videos and talk about the stupid bitch because bitch grow up at one point. Damn, and 9 kids didn't make you grow the fuck up. My goodness, bitch, what's your malfunction? Seriously, Peach need more than a fucking prayer, honey. Like she need a life redo. Anyway, let's move our ass on and let's talk about our next stupid ass crash out, honey. We are talking about y'all favorite toothless bandit, CHRISEAN Malone. All right, y'all. So let's talk about CHRISEAN Malone. I hope that y'all can hear me because it's been raining or it's raining and shit, the internet be fucking up. But I gotta figure out how to hold this microphone better because I need to be able to use both of my motherfucking hands, but I need y'all to be able to hear me, okay? Because I like to, I need to know that my damn microphone is still on. So maybe I'll just pin it right here so I can see. And hopefully y'all can hear me still. That better? Yeah, it's still on. I don't want to get to going and the motherfucking sound go out and I gotta cut shit off and shit. I want to make sure I can still see that. Yeah, I can. But anyway, like I said, yeah, let's talk about CHRISEAN Malone. The last time we talked, this was before she got her ass whooped up in Well, she didn't get her ass whooped. Let me stop trolling y'all. Because I definitely absolutely trolled the shit out of CHRISEAN after that fight she had in Compton. It literally does not matter that she did not lose that fight. Let me talk to the fans real quick before I start on CHRISEAN's card. It does not matter that she did not lose that fight. What matters, y'all, is that she doesn't know what the fuck she's setting herself up for. That Two of Swords and that Five of Pentacles is present, okay? You put them right. All right. They are present because she doesn't know what the fuck she's doing. Nor with the Five of Pentacles does she know where she's going or where she's gonna lay her head. She's living pillar to fucking post and out here making fucked up, stupid ass decisions without any shelter for neither her nor her son. Okay. So while y'all are supporting her, okay, that's her and Junior pillaring around. needing help, needing to be put up in a, need to be inside because with the Five of Pentacles energy showing up, shit's still on. Yeah, with the Five of Pentacles energy showing up, that's not Junior. Okay, she ran through that $170,000 that she got from Lemuel and Zeus. She gave 60,000 of it to 33K. I almost called the boy Andre 33K, but she gave 60 grand of it basically to 33K. Then she's been blowing through the other, flying back and forth from Baltimore to LA. And I'm telling y'all, them flights was probably about $1,000 a piece. Okay, the return flights, the overall flight. I mean, she's at least paying 400 a piece for each flight, the outgoing and incoming flight. All right, a round trip flight, I'm sure it cost her right at $1,000 each time, and she was doing that multiple times. Then, of course, she went and got her a new wig because the bitch was running around here with the same motherfucking wig on since she had broken up with Bino. Okay, then that wig must have got crusted up around the front so much that she couldn't wear it no more. So she started wearing her real hair. Then she got her money from Lemuel, I suppose, or from Zeus, and flew back and forth to Baltimore, blew it on partying, bought her a vehicle. It's an old BMW, but I'm positive she probably at least paid 25, 30 for that motherfucker. So she's out of money. Okay. This is literally for Sean right now. All right. She's in a Five of Pentacles position, and instead of her motherfucking fans, her fans, those of you who continue to support her, because once upon a time I was supportive of Krishan, but when Junior hit this earth and he was fucked up, I was done. You're so selfish that you would fuck your own child up. You can't stop getting high and partying for 9 months, bitch. No, you don't deserve no support. You deserve every one of the dragons you receive, okay? But instead of y'all seeing that she needs to be a better woman, she needs to grow the fuck up. She needs to make some better decisions financially. She needs to get some grounding. She needs to get somewhere stable for her and her fucking son. Instead of y'all calling her out on that, y'all just go along with the bullshit and let her be a old reverse queen of pentacles, just old stupid fucked up ass bitch out this motherfucker, further feeding her delusions of grandeur. Okay, she is not a fucking celebrity. She is a regular bitch. Okay. Y'all need to learn to start treating these regular people like these people that are did not even treat celebrities like regular people because they're nothing but a motherfucking human. All right. Y'all help elevate this stupidity that Krishan is currently doing. When people were trying to correct her, when people were trying to get in her life and try to coach the little stupid ass girl to get her shit right, she didn't listen. Okay. She continued on this path because so many of y'all were bigging this dumb shit up, feeding her this stupid this stupidity. Well, now she's in a fucked up position because she's been living way beyond her means. Okay, she just knew Blueface was gonna take her back, even though she done been on this internet being a damn fool. See, first things first, I told y'all Blueface is not her baby's father. Okay, that is not his child. I know that they said they were going to look out for Junior and look, and they've been claiming him, but Blueface is not that baby's daddy. And the older that I almost call Junior Lil Ronnie, okay, because that's who he is. The older that he gets, he's going to start to look like his father. But Blueface is not his father, okay? His family, that is not his family, all right? That's why Krishan won't take that baby around now, okay? Realistically, she did want to get rid of Junior. All right. Her drinking and smoking during her pregnancy, and it ain't alleged. We saw her do it. We saw her do it. There's too many videos of her out here doing the shit. Okay. All of that drinking and fucking smoking and shit. Y'all can deny it, all of that, whatever. All of that really that did it to him, but all of that ain't it. Krishan was trying to get rid of that baby and it didn't work. Okay. She was trying hard to get rid of him and it didn't happen. All right. Probably was drinking pickle juice and shit. When baby, all you got to do is have you a parsley drink early enough in the shit, and the baby would have been gone. But she was trying to pin that baby on Blueface because she was fucking both Blueface and Ronnie, but got pregnant by Ronnie. Yeah, that's why that baby looks like a child that was a mama was trying to abort. And that's what's wrong with that baby. And that's what's eating Krishan up. That and she knows she allegedly unalived that boy. All right. But realistically, her showing up underneath her own energy with this moon card, but it's in reverse. Krishan, you're not that girl, honey. All right. You had your 15 minutes of fame, and it's time for you to wrap it up because you are not that girl, sweetheart. And realistically, you won't be, especially because of the way you've been communicating. You know, people, even aside from you being disrespectful to the gang life that your punk ass was once a part of. Never forget those videos where she was putting everything on Crip. Then suddenly she was a blood. Now she knows nothing about why she shouldn't be saying certain things to certain gang members. Bitch, get the fuck out of here. Okay? I told y'all we gonna hold motherfuckers accountable over here, and we gonna hold Krishan all the way accountable because Peter Pan, you must grow up, or you are going to die, as I've told you. All right. Didn't go deep into it because I wanted to spook her good enough to where that she see, oh wow, I need to start doing things differently, and she has. Yeah, Krishan, I know that was you underneath my post that said to me, if you don't get a bachelor's degree or a master's degree before Junior turns 18, you're gonna die. Baby, you're a little bit late to the party because baby, I'm heavily degreed already. All right. 2 bachelor's degrees, okay? And I put up 3 fingers because I'm gonna mention my little old associate's degree too. So baby, I got 3 degrees already, 3 higher education degrees, baby. You catch up to me, okay? While you sitting in the car crying about a nigga that don't want you, okay? A nigga that I've already told you, been telling you that he didn't want you. Jay, I've been told you he didn't want you. Even when I was supportive of you, when you were playing in the circus, I told you Blueface wouldn't choose you. He would play with you for a long time, but in the end, he wouldn't choose you. Okay? He ain't did none of that. All right. So Krishan, you ain't that girl. You ain't that girl. Your mind is fucked up. All right, this is her in her own Pisces energy, excuse me, with the moon card. Your mind is fucked up. Your thought process is off. The things that you seem to think are right are off. The shit that you say is wrong. Everything you're doing is wrong. All right. I'm not gonna give her no breaks. I know her fans getting ready to come to the comments and talk all sorts of bullshit, baby, but I don't give a fuck. Y'all better reach out and help that little toothless bandit for real, for real. All right. And she know it. That's why she crashing the fuck out. She know that this voodoo lady that she be sneaking and watching or binge watching because bitch, I know you watches my videos because I'm the only one that's really, really keeping it real with you for real, ain't I? Uh-huh. And I don't mean I'm the only reader that's doing it, but for some reason I piqued Krishan's motherfucking interest, okay? So maybe you should listen a little bit before you get your head blown off out in these streets, sis. But you ain't that girl, all right? No, nothing that you're doing is correct. Even though you say you enrolling in Santa Monica College and all of that, I know that you are doing that as a manipulation tactic, okay? That's manipulation. You're trying to stay safe because you've stirred the you stirred the hornet's nest, right? You're not safe, okay? And I know a lot of y'all don't understand gang culture and you want to disrespect it like Krishan and a couple of the other motherfuckers that have done it, but I'm telling you, do not do that, okay? You ain't got to understand it to respect it. And if you don't have no respect for it, stay the fuck away from it, all right? Literally, in my opinion, as an out of towner, as y'all know, I'm from St. Louis, but I live in LA and I absolutely love living out here in LA. You learn the culture, okay? Even if you are from like the place I'm from Wellston. There was nothing but blood city. Okay. Everybody is either affiliated or you a member. All right. And even going into other hoods, you can't do certain shit. You know that. That's how I know your ass might not have been necessarily raised in the hood. Them white folks might have raised you for real. Maybe there's an internal conflict within yourself because you really, really desire to be a hood bitch. And I don't understand that when people with money desire to come and do poor shit. Why you need to be from the hood? All of us that are from the hood are working consistently to try to get the fuck out the motherfucker, not to forget it, but we know that there's no up from there. At least thanks to Ronald fucking Reagan. Thanks to Ronald Reagan and his war on drugs that has consistently torn the hood up for over 40 years. But anyway, back to Krishan, okay? Yeah, you know better. And now in your head you're lost and confused and don't know what's going on. And some people think you're manic because you keep flipping in and out of things that you want to do. But I know that you're being manipulative. I know that this is you crashing out trying to find something to gain some attention because what you were doing didn't work for you. Here's a good question for you, baby. Why you ain't staying sports? Huh? Why you ain't staying sports? That was too boring. It wasn't no men there. Well, now you're sitting up embarrassed over a man that A is not your baby daddy, that you keep lying about being your baby's father, because regardless to that fake test you posted, regardless to the lies you tell, and regardless to the lies your stupid, dumb ass fans repeat, Blueface is not that baby's dad. All right. And the fact that he's not that baby daddy and he embarrassing the hell out of your ass still is nasty work, beloved. All right. You over here sleeping in your car, and I know you're sleeping in your car. Let me get back to what I was saying. You enrolled at Santa Monica College because you're looking for safety. You're attempting to use that college as a shield because you think them niggas ain't gonna come out there and get your ass. Yeah, we know what you're doing. Laying up in the car, crying about Blueface. Junior still riding around in that motherfucking makeshift motherfucking stroller. See, you're in your feelings and hurt again, toxic ass masculinity, low vibrating masculinity coming from a woman. All right. This is her. This is Krishan vibrating low as hell. Okay. This is her, the Emperor card in reverse, as well as this is Blueface not being her baby's father. Okay. And she's embarrassed as hell about it. Okay. This time she done maybe pulled, done did too damn much. Okay. Yeah. Sleeping out at that college. This is nothing more than strategy because she knows she done did too much and things have gone too far and shit's out of control. She is not safe. Okay. She's not safe and she's looking for safety. She ain't got no money. Ain't nobody willing to work with her. You know, ain't nobody looking to work with her or continue to work with her ass. Okay, I already pulled that, but here it is again. Five of Pentacles coming up. Okay, let me continue to talk about these two first. Now, Nine of Pentacles is in reverse as well as the Three of Pentacles. Nobody is willing to work with her, and Krishan has lived beyond her means. Okay. Again, that little one, that little 170 that she got, she should have taken it and at least gotten her a house. She could have put some money down on a house. It wasn't gonna be no mansion, but she could have got her something nice, and maybe people would have given her a few opportunities so she could keep her shit. But fuck no, she blew that shit. Nine of Pentacles reversed, living way beyond her means instead of her putting money to the side for her and her son. Okay, she gonna go blow a bag with a nigga that I told y'all wasn't gonna be with her but a couple months. Okay. Was they together a whole month? Shit, what was they together? 40 days? 40 days and 40 nights? I told y'all that shit wasn't going nowhere either. But instead of her putting money up, she out here blowing bags, and now her and Junior is living pillar to post again. Again, Junior riding in a makeshift fucking top of a motherfucking stroller, but y'all want to give Krishan applause, and this raggedy bitch had 170 motherfucking dollars and buy her, take some of it and get her fucking son a car seat at least. Take a dime of it, okay? And do anything for Junior. She should have paid and had him put in therapy, but she didn't, okay? Now that she done fucked up out here with these gangbangers, that's the only thing that's why homelessness is bothering her now. Oh, I ain't got nowhere to go. Nobody loves me. I shouldn't have had Ronnie killed allegedly. Y'all know I gotta me and my tinfoil hat. But that live that she did, whining and shit, crying, talking about Ronnie was the only one love her. Oh, I know you did not. And you the one that set this man. See, you had this overly emotional response to a man that was trying to be in his son's life. Okay, his son. All right, we can look right at Junior. This eyebrow, this right here. He looked just like Ronnie. Bitch, quit playing. All right, you played yourself, no one else. But now she fucked up because she claimed don't nobody love her. Bitch, you don't love nobody. Okay. Yeah, I want y'all to know that she is still vibrating very low. All right. No matter what good things that she put up. Okay, where did I leave off at? Oh yeah, Krishan vibrating low. She's still vibrating very low. Okay. She still doubts herself as a woman because she knows she's a fucked up human being. Okay. This is not hate. This is not just coming down on her because she's young. No, she fucked up. And again, I'm not saying that Krishan did not have any successful moments because she did. All right. But she blue said success being a fool. All right, being selfish. Let me make sure I give her energy the way it's supposed to be given, because it's all reversed. All right, she King of Cups reversed, and she is the Six of Wands reversed. All right, being selfish, being self-absorbed, thinking only about herself, making fucked up emotional decisions. Yes, she sank whatever success that she had. All right. There are no future wins for her right now, at least in these present cards. Um, as I said, people don't find her as reliable to work with. Okay, all right. She is showing up in an Eight of Pentacles in reverse and a Seven of Swords energy. Let me make sure it's reversed. Excuse me, because people don't find her reliable. Like her brand of entertainment or whatever Krishan could bring is being seen as a liability. People are not willing to attach themselves or associate their network with her behavior. Not only that, they feel like she's a liar. Um, with this Eight of Pentacles, aside from the liar, she isn't good to work with. Okay. She would be hard to work with on set. Like people ain't trying to fuck with her. And I told her in that last reading that I did about her. Um, I told her that if she didn't change, these things were going to happen, that she was going to crash out, but she didn't listen. I mean, it was all about her believing that she had finally made it and she had a seat at the table, and that just wasn't it, sweetheart. You were just used for the moment. I have consistently told y'all what these people do. They reach for people in dilapidated situations or those that are willing to do anything for money, and they get them. This is what happened to Krishan. Now she's no longer like. She's a Three of Cups in reverse with the again Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Y'all see that Queen of Pentacles keeps running up. I mean, keeps showing up in her pool. It's because she is living a fucked up lifestyle, and she is her own selfishness cause people not to fuck with her. Okay, her own self absorption. Let me say that cause people not to fuck with her. Okay, and getting back to the men that she was fucking with, and Junior bringing up the fact that she know that Blueface ain't that boy's daddy. She was fucking around, okay, being a loose bitch. Let me get a Queen of Pentacles the way it is. Not that she shouldn't, because Blueface is old loose dick nigga, and you get what you give out. Because he was fucking around on her too, wasn't claiming or none of that. So of course she went and fucked somebody else. But make sure I'm still on, okay. But she too was doing that shit, being loose, fucking all these niggas while that nigga was in jail. And as soon as her opportunity to get back with him, and she thought that Blueface would save her baby, but that's not so. That ain't what happened. Now Blueface ain't do no saving. He manipulated the shit out of her and brought her around and possibly could be the one that set that shit up in Compton, but she took her stupid ass around and let him do it, knowing that he owes her nothing. He is not her baby's father. He used her for whatever opportunity he needed to get from Krishan Rock, as he does with all of the women that he's fucking with. Please believe they are all there because they are a piece in a puzzle that he's building that revolves around himself. But yeah, she thought that if she kept the baby, like I said, she probably was drinking motherfucking vinegar and everything else trying to get rid of Junior, but it didn't happen. So she fall back on her trusty, let me say this Blueface baby, but that's not his baby. All right. And eventually, there will be some justice that'll show up, okay? In the case of Ronnie, because that secret about her baby's father and what happened to him is gonna hit the fan next year. I bet you it come out next year, y'all. All right. Because she's got some secrets about her and Ronnie and the things that went on and led up to his death. She has more to do with it than what she's leading on, and her own damn sisters are telling on her. And that also is why people ain't fucking with her. This is her karma coming back to her. You reap what you sow, just like, or not just like, in my comments over on TikTok, you bitches have a habit of saying this shit, but she's definitely reaping what she's sown because it's eating her alive, okay? That shit eating her the fuck up that she had that boy killed and she knew she was fucking with him and fucking on him. Even though their relationship ended, she still did that shit. She's not being honest, okay? State of their relationship, all right? She's not being honest. Ronnie is her baby's daddy, but she does not want to accept that. Or right now, she might be at a space where she ain't got a choice but to accept that, okay? But she didn't at the time want to accept that because Blueface was a trick, baby. That nigga was tricking and doing shit for her. He was probably just giving her breadcrumbs, but he was doing more for her than a man has ever, or a boyfriend, so to speak, a nigga she fucking with has ever done for her. So she needed to get back over there because Ronnie ain't have it like Blueface, okay? But the truth is about to come out and it's getting ready to be, it can't be avoided. Okay, she saw Ronnie as a burden and she couldn't find no solution other than knocking him over. Okay, but this is all kind of creep back up on that bitch because, baby, you had something to do with this man's unaliving. You absolutely had something to do with the shit. I don't put these cards up here. Right. Girl, you attached to it. You are involved. Everything points back to you. Right. That heartbreak is her getting her heartbreak because everything that she thought she built for herself is about to come crashing down because is unalive and is getting ready to be spoken about, or that case is about to be reopened, or somebody that she was kicking it with is definitely about to dime her out. Whoever it is, they're definitely connected to what's going on, and to keep themselves from getting in trouble, they are going to tell on her. They know what happened. They know that Krishan allegedly had something to do with his unaliving, and it is about to come out. That's why she's not stable too, because if she's in a stable place, the police know where to come pick her ass up when they get to questioning her. That and if CPS get on her ass, she can hide from them easily by moving around. And she might as well move long term, honey. She better move like a woodpecker with a motherfucking headache. Okay? She better step likely like a woodpecker with a fucking headache, baby, because them fights is gonna pop off more often. This is just the holiday season, honey. Folks is chilling and with they family and doing what they doing, but yeah, that shit gonna pop off. And realistically, Krishan cannot defend herself. I don't give a fuck how much she tell me she can fight. She can fight. She won't be able to really defend herself in this situation, baby, because I told y'all, hell or jail is coming for her. And if she ain't careful, hell is coming for her first. All right, she can't defend herself. She's out here by herself. She done closed every door, burned every bridge to anybody that was fucking with her. She ain't got no backup. Even if you see people around her like Marsh ain't gonna crash for nothing. It ain't gonna crash shit for her. Yeah, I see people don't even pay Marsh little ugly Candace Owens looking ass no attention. She tried to get on the internet and call badmouth the Crips and say that shit that Krishan did to get the skin slapped off the side of her face. But nobody paid any attention. Neither did nobody pay Marsh's gross sisters looking ass sisters any attention either. So all three of y'all are real peculiar looking women who can't catch internet. Stay off of it. That said, still, Marsh ain't gonna they ain't gonna defend you, bitch. They ain't gonna defend you. They talking that shit, but they can't fight either, Krishan. Okay, they gonna get their ass whooped just like your sister whooped Marsha's motherfucking stupid ass, and that it behooves me as to why Marsh is still talking shit when Taseki knocked all of her fucking face off. But this is what you out here doing, trying to cape for Krishan, running your mouth, girl. They gonna tear your ass up too. You can't fight either. Okay, if you with Krishan, you good as jump too. Okay, flat out. Instead of Krishan leaving though, she gonna try to soothe shit over though. She thinks she can make shit right because of her light skin and curly hair. Cause she know these niggas is colorist, but baby, you don't know what you're doing. Okay? You don't know what you're doing. You need to get your ass gone because they ain't playing with you, sis. All right. Like I said, jail or hell is what's coming for you. Doesn't matter how you try to avoid it, no matter how you try to smooth shit over. You fucked up, okay? You had an emotional response to everybody else because you was pissed off at Blueface. Even though you sitting up lying, talking about, oh, I wasn't crying over him. Yes, you was. You in that car crashing the fuck out and losing your motherfucking mind because Blueface got on this motherfucker. See, he know how to bitch break real good, honey. He bitch breaking. That's all he doing when he playing with his baby's mamas because you upset and crying and crashing out in the car and getting that tattoo removed and calling on Jesus and crying and shit because you seen him on camera with Jaden and because you were told he would always go back to Jaden and if she opened there, okay? Anyway, you crying because that man don't want you. You crying because your alleged baby's father didn't accept you back. You crying because you lost. Despite all of the shit your fans told you, promised you, hyped you up to believe, you still lost. Hold on, y'all. No matter how many spells you cast, no matter what you did, you still lost. You still did not get Blueface. You still ended up on the outside. And I told you that this would happen, but instead of you listening, you decided to embolden your little fans by talking shit, not listening to not only me. I'm not the only person that tried to help you. I remember Jess Hilarious and what's her name tried to help me, but maybe she was the wrong motherfucker to be listening to. But people literally tried to help you, and even down to you with Junior, people tried to give you advice, people tried to help you, but you didn't listen. You chose to ignore because you wanted to chase Blueface, and you are reaping your rewards, honey. As I said, jail or hell is waiting front for you. And it's still game over, bitch. All right? I know this card scares the life out of you or scares the bejesus out of you, but this is real. You are going to reap your karma no matter if you don't do a goddamn thing wrong. Don't matter if you smooth shit over. Don't matter what good you do in the community. Go on, do with it what you will. Your fans come and say what they want to say up under my post. I don't give a damn, sis. I'm telling you, game over. All right. Everything that you've done in your past is going to crash down on your world in 2026. I don't care what your fans talking about. I don't care that they can't see that you are out here losing your mind and acting a fool when you should really realistically be living for your son, the son that you handicapped. I don't care nothing about none of that. All I know is that jail or hell is waiting for you, sis.
What's up, y'all? So somebody asked me to do Chastity Malone's read. So I am going to insert this one as a bonus read for y'all. Shout out to the girl who, or the person, excuse me, who requested Chastity's read. And I'm gonna give it to y'all real quick. Um, I know we all have an opinion of the Malone sisters. I know that, or the Malone family. I know that we feel like they are all crash outs, honey. And they all might be. They just all might be. I'm not gonna paint all of them with the top. Well, let me gather my words because yeah, they got some familial traumas that's going on. but I'm not gonna judge them all based off of how CHRISAN acts or how I feel about Taseki. This is where we insert Chastity. Y'all will have to give me the names of the other siblings because I don't, of course, don't remember them. It's like 12 or 13 in them motherfuckers. But if y'all want me to read the rest of them, put their names and shit in the comments. What I did pull on Chastity, she's a October Scorpio. I think it said her birthday was October 27th. Um, I forgot what year she was born. She's either 31 or 32 years old. Now, just my opinion based off of the few interactions that she's had online and what her cards indicate. It appears that Chastity might be the most normal of the sisters. And I know y'all getting ready to crash out in these comments, but hear me out. Hear me out. And let the cards speak, okay? That's all we're gonna do is let the cards speak, okay? She comes up immediately with the judgment card. Now, before I go into her cards, I want to explain. I'm not saying that she's perfect. I'm not saying that she's this good girl or anything like that, but I don't think she's as bad as Krishan. I don't think that I absolutely do believe that Chastity really cares about Krishan. I know they got into it a couple days ago or like a week, not a couple days ago, like a couple weeks ago or a week ago. It might be a little bit longer than a week, but either way, they got into it. This ain't the first time they done got into it either, and this is not the first time that Krishan has gotten into it with one of her sisters publicly. Okay, but based off of what she's saying, and it's not because I just dislike the shit that Krishan is doing. I think that Chastity is telling the truth. Everything that she says Krishan has done or was doing while she was around her, I believe her. Now, does that mean that Chastity won't go back around her sister? Of course not. Especially from what I see in her cards, okay? Now, what she will do as a Scorpio is fall back from Krishan, okay? Now, if she wasn't related to her, if Krishan crossed her hard enough, yes, she would get the fuck on away from her. But she still loves Krishan. She still desires to see her little sister be in a safer place or be safe. Let me put it like that. 'Cause she don't want her to just do what she tell her to do. I mean, she tried to help her, but she see that Krishan's head is hard, so she don't, try to rule over him. But I feel like, especially with the judgment card showing up, she is the Malone with the better sense. I'm gonna just be real with y'all. Now I know that she's done some things in her past, like she done went too far, did too much, or didn't take care of her business at the time that she should have. Let's put it like that. And she's also done some jail time. She got locked up for boosting and shit, didn't she? But she don't make no bones about it. She doesn't play like I didn't know what I was doing. And I hope y'all can see that that is the Two of Swords. She doesn't make bones about the shit that she's done. Let me turn them this way for y'all. She knows that she's a fucking crash out. She knows that she's done some stupid things that could cause her to lose her shit. And these are the cards that were pulled, the Hierophant and the Two of Swords. So this is her going before the judge, and this is her knowing that she's made some bad decisions, but she she feel a way about it, child. She know that she fucked up in certain shit she should not have done, but she wants to possibly maybe distance herself from those things that she did in the past. And again, I'm not saying that she's a good girl, all of that shit. Like I said, she knows that she done crashed out and overindulged and did the most at certain times in her life, and she might still do that. But she learns from her mistakes or learns from the shit that she does, especially because she seems to kind of take accountability. And I'm not saying that she totally does it, but she seems to take accountability for the shit that she's done. And again, she's not running from it. She's pretty open with, look, I done did shit in my past and I've caused some hurt and some pain somewhere, okay? But that's not who I am anymore. Or at least I'm trying to work on not being that person. Like she's reaching deep enough within herself, and y'all know she's a water sign. She's a Scorpio. So this is water sign energy. I
Can't remember if the Four of Cups is Scorpio or not. I believe it is. No, that's Cancer. No, no, it's not. No, it's not. But either way, she's disassociating herself from this. Okay, she owns that she's done this shit. Like I said, her judgment seems to be better than the sisters that have presented themselves in front of us. Even the one that had the baby that was keeping Junior for Krishan. Chastity seems to have a little bit more sense than the rest of them. I know all of them again are crash outs, but she seems to at least care about Krishan's well being as well as her nephew. I think the sister that Krishan Jr. at first, I think that she just had him for the money. I think that Chastity actually cares about children, okay? She actually cares about children and she does not want to see children hurt or put in a bad position. And again, she acknowledges that, yes, I've done some fucked up things, but I'm at least trying to live better. It says she's got two babies. I don't know that she has custody of both of her children. I don't know if she has any custody issues, period, with her children. But what I am saying is she knows that the things that she chose to do in her past have kind of led her up the road that she struggled on. Okay. And I like that she takes accountability and her energy over the cards likes it, which is why she came up with the Sun card. That simply means that not only does she care about children, wherever she's trying to get to in life, and I'm not saying that she's trying to get on TV, none of that. Whatever she's trying to do, she's almost there. But she's got to keep her focus on herself, which she seems to be doing right now. Okay, she seems to be focusing on what is best for Chastity and what's best for Chastity's children. She's got a plan. Okay, I can at least say that with that Knight of Cups energy showing up, she is strategic for what she's doing, and she's going after what it is that she likes. Okay, what serves her. All right, the Knight of Cups is not only about just romantic shit, y'all, but she's going after what she loves, or again, like I said, what serves her. This is what is attracting her interest. I don't know what that is. She's willing to learn. There's something that she's willing to pour energy in when it comes to herself. And she's willing to learn, not only just something. Let me not just say something. She knows that she needs to grow up as a woman, and the older she's getting, she's willing to pour energy within herself so that she can grow as a woman. Um, I don't know, maybe she's basing it off of their mother and how their mother has turned out and the way she lives her life. But it appears that Chastity wants to be a better woman. So she's at least working on herself, y'all. That's why she's got that Eight of Wands. Things are probably going to pick up pretty quickly for Chastity if she stays the course. What is the course for her? Unfortunately, sometimes you got to get the fuck away from your family, okay? This is literally what's showing up with her, with the hangman and the Queen of Swords. Chastity, this is honestly, you know this, okay? You know that your family has done some hurtful things, okay? There are some hurtful things that go has gone on in your family, and unfortunately, it has been seen in the public eye thanks to your little sister. But you got to get away from them because especially Krishan, okay? Specifically Krishan, because she's out of control, okay? She's already lied on Chastity. She's already lied on Taseki. There's nothing that would stop her from lying on you. And she lied on Terrain, too. There's nothing that would stop her from lying on another sibling. And she's not gonna, especially Chastity, because Chastity cares about the bitch. And Chastity will take the abuse from Krishan, or she would. I don't know if she will now because of the way Krishan played her. But Chastity would take the shit from Krishan, okay? Consistently put up with it. But with that Nine of Wands energy, she might have finally grew tired of it, you know? This shit might be growing old with her. With the Six of Cups, like, look, I love you. I know you my sibling. I know that, shit, we gotta somehow. Now, where did I leave off at? Because my microphone died. Oh, yeah. She may be looking at it like, look, I know you're my sister and I love you, but we've got too much history of pain, okay? You are consistently saying and doing things that can damage me as a human being, and she should get the fuck from around her.
Okay, it's really literally time for her to put distance between her and Krishan. Okay, and she doesn't want to, poor baby. Like I said, Chastity seems to be the only sibling that gives a shit about Krishan or about her well being or really about her and Junior. Okay, now the other siblings, nah, they might be like, oh shit, you know, if something happened to the little girl, but they aren't going to they aren't going to be too fucked up about it because Krishan done did so much to them that shit, it just is what it is if something happens to her. But that's not the case with Chastity. Chastity loves her little sister, but she knows that she got to separate from her. And again, like I said, from her family. Here's the Ten of Cups in reverse with the Eight of Swords. This is separation or detaching themselves. This is Chastity understanding she's the only person that can free herself from whatever this generational curse is that's upon her family. And again, I'm not saying that Chastity is a good girl, but she at least wants to take the time to pour energy into growing into being a better woman. Okay, and that's better than what I can say about Krishan. And to a certain extent, Taseki as well. Because Taseki is still out here taking bitches' boyfriends and shit from them. Or is she still with that boy that she took from one of her sisters? Did she take the boy from Chastity? Is that the sister that she took from a girl? Anyway, at least Chastity is going to, or at least she is interested in pouring energy into what would make her a better woman, honey. Okay. But if she continues to circle back around to the siblings, and keep entertaining, especially Krishan, okay? I don't know how her relationship is with her other siblings, but if she keeps fucking around with Krishan and going back to Krishan, it ain't gonna produce nothing but more and more of these fights. That sibling rivalry with that Five of Wands. They really don't like each other. All it is with them is they got the same mama and some of them got the same daddy. They do not like each other, okay? Now, specifically speaking, with Chastity's energy towards Krishan, she thinks that Krishan is manipulative. Okay, she thinks that Krishan is a liar. She also, in my opinion, with the Magician card coming up and the Moon card influencing it, she believes that Krishan is doing witchcraft. Okay, or has gotten involved with some rich witchcraft. Um, I think that she believes that Krishan tried to do witchcraft on her baby's father. And we know that's Blueface, okay? Now Blueface is not her baby's daddy, but you know that witchcraft that Krishan did when she wrote I love blue on the wall in her blood, that was witchcraft that she was doing. The baby's father, excuse me, Ronnie, see, that's where he comes up. Okay, there's a secret associated with her. Feeling like she knows what happened to Krishan's baby daddy. Okay, Ronnie is his daddy, not Blueface. All right, but she feels like Krishan is highly manipulative and she does things to possibly get men hurt in relationships. This is maybe a little pattern of Krishan's, and Chastity is holding the secret, honey. She's holding the secret. Has it benefited her to hold the secret of what really happened to Ronnie? Yeah, because Krishan paid well when she had the money, but now she knows better than that. She knows that this ain't cool. All right. She knows also that she's got to separate herself from Krishan because everybody that knows something about what happened to Ronnie is going to go to jail. All right. And y'all seen Taseki saying it, you know, all of her siblings are going against her ass. See, something happened, all right, with Ronnie. Um, that's not Blueface's baby. This is Krishan's motherfucking ass with Ronnie. Chastity knows that Krishan had their boy executed. And as far as this Blueface shit, if you will, you see the man is wearing blue. And just for y'all that's in TD Orisha, that's Chelsea on the front of that. But yeah, she tried to have the man that she tried to play a baby on executed. She dropped Blueface location, all of that shit. You know, she's worried about the fact that Krishan is such a bad mother. She's not taking care of her own son. Junior is in danger because Krishan is homeless, okay? Chastity told a story about how they were riding around in the car all fucking day, and when they pulled up to Planet Fitness or somewhere, she was showing her like, if you gonna be outside, wash your ass. And she's right, bitch, you need to wash your fucking ass, but Krishan ain't. Because Krishan is a dusty butt. Okay? And like I said, Chastity feels like Krishan is fucking around in witchcraft. Okay? She moving around out here, just out here starting fights that she cannot defend herself in, mainly because she's homeless. Okay? Like Chastity knows long term, there's no long term for Krishan because she's still out here partying, getting high, and doing drugs. Chastity knows that these delusions of grandeur that Krishan is having with this Seven of Cups is going to end in something drastic. Okay, you know, see that? She knows that this could occur for her sister, and that worries that girl's sister, that her spirit, because, like I said, she cares about her sister and she cares about her nephew. Krishan is a danger to all that she's around. Basically, is what Chastity is giving up in the energy. But anyway, let's talk a little bit more about Chastity herself. Okay, what I feel her energy is. I have to pull that goddamn microphone off because it was not acting right. Okay, I don't know what has gone on in her life, but Chastity has either faced a lot of karma or she's recovering from a lot of karma. Whatever this Tower card is, it has already happened. Now, I don't know if she's lost her house or she's going through something trying to keep it, whatever is going on. But she has a lot of belief in herself. She at least believes in herself and has enough pride in herself that she'll keep going. She'll keep trying. There will be an opportunity presented for her. I don't know exactly what it is that she does, but there's an opportunity for her to become likable publicly. It's probably because she gonna be the one give up the goods on her damn sister. There is something new that is open in Chastity's life, or let me put it like this: if she cuts cords with her sister, there is something new that will open up in her life, and she's game for the course. Okay, the thing about the King of Pentacles with Chastity is she wants to grow into a more grounded person. So, okay, I don't know what is going on with her, but literally, she's almost there. She's going to experience some wins here. The Knight of Pentacles showed up actually before the Six of Wands with Chastity. I don't know what it is she chasing, y'all, but she got a plan. There's the Knight of Pentacles showing up with the Six of Wands. She got a plan. She's got a plot and a plan for her life, and it's going to succeed. Like I said, those opportunities will present themselves, but only if Chastity separates herself from Krishan. You know, it's the same type of energy I got when I pull cards on Marsh, even though she an ignorant little bitch. If she separates herself from Krishan, she'll do better. Like some doors will open up for her, but because she's choosing to stay around Krishan, the universe won't bless her. If Chastity leaves her sister alone, the universe gonna open the doors up for her. And I don't know. I saw that she does music, but I don't know. Choose something not other than music. Choose something in addition to music, Chastity. If you will. I'm not telling you what to do with your life, but this music game is a lot harder than your sister is trying to make it seem to be. That's why her fucking career has neither of them career has taken the fuck off. Yeah, Taseki does a few things, but you know, yawn, nobody's trying to hear her music either. Um, but if she makes the right choice, things will work out for Chastity. And like I said, y'all, she has a lot of belief in herself. And she's got some big dreams and she really, really believes in herself. Well, sis, may you take off and do what it is that is here for you on this big old green planet. Don't let your sister take your blessing from you. All right.
All right, now let's move on and talk about another motherfucking crash out that I think we need to pay attention to because every time I look up Britney Spears doing some more stupid drunk shit, she's doing some more shit that can endanger the lives of other people. Baby, I don't give a fuck if you don't care about your life. Do what you will, all right? But leave other people out of it. The fact that Britney Spears is always being seen driving drunk, she somehow can't be told a damn thing. She just overall toxic, and I don't. Make no mistakes about it. I don't believe shit that comes out of Kevin Federline's mouth. I believe he was an opportunist from the beginning. I believe that he got what he came to get up out of Brittany, and it set forward, or whether her family did it, but emotionally, it set forward this path for her to be more toxic than she already was. Let's keep it real. Brittany wasn't no damn angel. And I'm not shitting on Britney Spears, but I am absolutely fucking tired of her getting away with fucking drunk driving. That last video that they posted of her, if I can find the video, I'ma clip it in here. She was dragging her ass all around that road and was motherfucking crossing over the. All right, where did I leave off with? Britney Spears swerving and driving all over the road. I'm sick of seeing that, and I'm sick of her getting a pass for being this toxic, drunk ass bitch out in public. Eventually, she is going to pull a Summer Wheaton. Remember the reading I did on Summer Wheaton and how she unalived a man because she was too fucking drunk and high and was out driving on PCH, that's Pacific Coast Highway, out in Malibu and ran into this man who was just simply out earning money for his fucking family. I see the same coming for Britney Spears because there is no way that this woman should be out drinking and driving like this. She just don't give a fuck about nobody, okay? And her karma is gonna be nasty, honey. She is coming in um with the food card in reverse as a actually she's another person whose cards came in, a lot of them in reverse, but she comes in with the food card and the 6 of wands reversed because there, look, there's nothing new under the sun for this motherfucker, and she's not doing nothing that should be applauded or praised. And I'm gonna go as far as to say the 6 of wands reverse also gives the energy of y'all need to watch supporting, okay, verbalizing support for this woman because she does not care about anybody but herself. The food card in reverse gives us the energy of naivete, recklessness, foolish, stupidity, distraction, negligence, risk, apathy, irrationality, lack of faith, and lack of hope. What did I just say about her? I'm not giving a shit about people, but out here drunk driving. Then we got the 6 of wands. Failure, lack of achievement, shame, disloyalty, lack of confidence, disgrace, dishonor, and disappointment. That's what she's doing. Okay. I don't know, maybe that's her fans that's disappointed in her, or those that have grown up to see, this shit is fucked up that Britney is doing and she needs to be called out on it. Maybe that's y'all feeling disappointed, but this is literally her karma because she's been doing shit. Okay. She's got the 10 of wands, the 8 of wands, and the world card. There are a whole lot of delays spoken of in her past because she's pretty much done. All right. There won't be no Britney comeback tour. And if it is, they'll probably do her like Michael Jackson, allegedly. But she's got a lot of burdens that she's carrying, okay? A lot of things that are way out of her control, okay? Things that she's willing to put down. She's literally overburdened with being Britney Spears. Maybe she shouldn't have been out of that conservatorship because she is out here making some of the stupidest choices and stupidest decisions. All right. And she needs to be held accountable for it. If we're going to hold everybody else accountable, why is Britney Spears not being held accountable for driving drunk? And that's my whole gripe in this. Okay. Like I said, we thought, or maybe people thought that Britney was going to be okay on her own and outside of the conservatorship because let's keep it real. Her big time fucking, she's no longer that girl that she once was, y'all. Okay. She's no longer Britney that was tap dancing and singing on the Mickey Mouse Club and singing Oops, I Did It Again and Slave for You. This is no longer her. All right. She is a Queen of Pentacles reverse. And alongside that Queen of Pentacles reverse, she is a Queen of Wands reverse. She's not that girl anymore. She's making bad decisions. She is not only making bad decisions, she is ungrounded socially. She is jealous, possessive, sociopathic, wicked, a bad mother in this bed. She's very dangerous. Like I said, her driving all over the road and doing stupid shit while she's drunk. Okay. That shows that she don't give a damn about them kids. And again, I don't believe what Kevin Federline is saying, but her cards are saying that he's definitely not lying about her being a bad mother, and choosing to drive while inebriated pretty much tells the tale of, yeah, you're a fucked up badass mother because you're not thinking about your kids. You're not thinking about anyone but that fucking drink you just had. Anyway, she also comes in with the Page of Wands in reverse with the Empress in reverse, further concluding that she's a terrible mother. But the Page of Wands gives hasty, gullible, impatient, lack of energy, pessimistic, spoiled, loudmouth, and lack of confidence. Yeah, the Empress in reverse gives us the energy of dependency, laziness, stagnation, stubbornness, insecurity, negligence, and infertility. Because she was talking about she wanted to have another baby, but baby, that polluted womb ain't gonna produce no more kids, honey. Jaden and the other one is the last one you will have, baby. Again, Kevin Federline is a liar, but he is not lying about her when he's talking about her parenting. And the only thing that she's really worried the fuck about, what is this? Uh, so I had to switch devices, y'all, because shit was going crazy. But anyway, let me pick up where I left off at. Brittany is toxic, okay? She's toxic. And even though people might be trying to help her, she is maybe getting mad and blowing up on motherfuckers, telling them, you can't tell me what to do. I'm a grown woman. You know the whole spiel bitches give. But, she's in a space of hopelessness. People are starting to, which is probably why she's driving around drunk and shit, because people feel like she's in a space of hopelessness. They're probably like, what else more can we say or do to convince her that she fucking needs help? Because she doesn't think she needs help, okay? She's so stubborn. She ain't trying to hear shit that people is talking about, okay? She ain't trying to hear none of the warnings. She ain't trying to heed no warnings. She don't give a damn. She just full force going forward, and that's in her because that's some Sagittarius shit. She just along for the ride. She just wanna see what's gonna happen, and ain't shit that happened all this time. Why would it? Okay, and a lot of people are just refusing to continue to connect themselves with Brittany because of these recent antics. Y'all got to come up out that past, talking about that fucking conservatorship because she's not underneath that now. These are all her own behaviors now, okay? And a lot of people are disassociating themselves from her and walking away from her because there's no solution to be had. Brittany is going to do what she wants to do, and she's not going to hear what anyone is saying, okay? She has no interest in putting down the vices that control her, even though those vices seemed to have closed every road that was in front of her that once may have been open. Um, she's continuing to revert back to the shit. I mean, when people think that they've helped her, she's moved forward, she always returns back to the same old, same old. Okay, there is no saving this girl. Okay, nobody. Nobody's willing to work with her long term. Okay, nobody's willing to maybe sacrifice themselves or put themselves in the path of whatever is coming for Brittany since um she can't be helped. She doesn't want to be helped. Okay. There's the energy of her feeling like, oh well, whatever happens, happens is present, and that's why she's driving drunk, driving inebriated. And again, people are not willing to be associated with this bullshit. And could you blame them? Okay. Might be too much. Like it's too much energy to try to get this bitch clean and shit. Shit. She gonna spend up all of her money anyway, even though she doesn't have any forms of shit coming in. Now she might get some residuals from her old music, but she blowing through that shit. She parties all the time. She's not working. She pours energy into negativity such as doing drugs and drinking. She lies to herself, has people around her that are lying to her. There's a whole abuse of power situation going on, and it's coming from Brittany's side. But on the other side of it, the people that are manipulating her ass, they're abusing their situation as well. It's all about her money. Okay. And Brittany will part with her money easily if you say that you are her friend. So shit, that's the Six of Pentacles in reverse, yeah. Shit, the people that are using her and getting over on her, shit, they know that this bitch is wild, delusional, and crazy and does not live in reality. Seven of Cups, reverse. Let me see if I can get this light up a little bit better. Like she's a Seven of Cups in reverse energy, bitch. Here she is with the which one is this? The Six of Pentacles. Showing up. She'll spend and give up all of her damn. What is up with this light? She give up all of her motherfucking money, honey. She don't care. As long as you say she's your friend or you her friend, she will allow that, okay? Until and people will stick around her, okay? Until they've gotten everything that they had to get up out of her ass. And then they have nothing else for her. Or she'll get married again, or she'll marry some dude and he'll take everything from her and leave her again. And this is happening over and over again. Again, she has no intentions on grounding herself, okay? None. She wants to continue to live in this deluded reality. Even though her family is completely toxic, like they tried to help her, she has no intentions on grounding herself or putting herself in a position to win no more, y'all. Like, it's crazy. This motherfucker gonna take somebody up out of here with her? Shit, well, she's definitely going to marry somebody again that does not like her or somebody that does not have her best interest at heart. Look forward to that. Somebody that she doesn't know. Somebody that parties all the time with her. There she is with the Sagittarius energy herself showing up. She might get another Sag or a fellow Sag, and they gonna do the most together. Okay? Blind leading the blind, honey. But this is yet another manipulative relationship that Brittany is entering herself into. Much like all of the friendships and marriages and boyfriend girlfriend situations she's getting in. Okay? But these people using her is partially her karma, y'all, because Brittany had a little history of fucking on bitches men and being a little home wrecker. So her home being wrecked over and over again is just her karma, okay? It's just her karma. But at any rate, yeah, she probably will get married to yet another dude, okay? And you'll hear her lying, talking about she's having a baby, but she's not having a baby. She's not pregnant. She's not gonna get pregnant. This is yet another broke ass man that she is going to acquire. Probably she gonna take him from another woman because she's prone to fucking on other people's men. But she gonna take him probably from another woman, and he ain't got shit to give her. And he also specifically doesn't really like her. He is a Knight of Cups in reverse and a King of Pentacles in reverse. He ain't got shit and he don't like Brittany, but he will fuck with her and fuck on her just to get what he came to get. And she's gonna let her, okay? She's gonna let her. She's going to I keep getting these legal cards that's showing up. Yeah, she might definitely marry somebody else, and with that Ace of Swords, give him access to whatever money she has, leading to yet another heartbreaking situation. Now, the marriage is probably going to be annulled really quickly, but look forward to that happening. And speaking of that, I am not trying to be toxic, but Britney Spears fans, those continued fans, yeah, y'all better pray for her, okay? Because Britney is either headed for a mental breakdown and she's going to end up institutionalized again, or Brittany is going to seriously injure herself, okay? Out here drinking and driving, or something's gonna happen to her, something she gonna go too far with her party, and she drinking and drugging allegedly, and something's gonna go too far, y'all, okay? Y'all better pray for her. Because if y'all not careful, or she's not careful, she gonna snort her way right on up out of here, or drink her way right on up out of here. Okay? And I know y'all tired of hearing that about y'all favorite celebrities, but I'm sorry, I have to tell y'all what comes up in these cards, and Britney Spears just might get her wish. And I absolutely feel like she is very unaliving in her actions. I feel like would she self-delete herself? Oh hell yes, but selfishly she would take somebody else with her, and she would feel absolutely justified in doing that. Okay, so if y'all are truly her fans, you better pray for her because she got a demon on her back that might not jump off of it. Okay, all right, y'all. All right, y'all. So let's keep things moving and running along because I swear I'm trying to get out all of these readings that I pulled cards on because I've been stockpiling shit. But I want to go backwards to the talks about America and go back into politics really quickly. Um, and not explain myself, but explain to y'all why I felt like Halle Berry needs to be told to shut the fuck up. So y'all know that for the past few years, she's been on this whole menopause kick. This getting some type of legislation. Hold on, y'all. Let me pause this real quick. All right, so we're back. But she's been working on for the past few years. I'm not gonna lie and say she hasn't. She's been working on getting some legislation surrounding menopause up on the ballots, and there's nothing wrong with that. As a whole, women's health care needs an overall overhaul, and the fact that so many white men have control over women's reproductive system is insane. But let me make sure I get this right. Okay, that's better. But anyway, I'm not gonna lie and say that Hallie hasn't been talking about menopause and the effects and all of that for the past few years. And I say maybe the past 2 years because it hasn't been that long, but it's been long enough for me to have been paying attention to it. Um, Not only because it is some shit that a celebrity is talking about politically, but because I'm an older woman. Okay, I'm not near menopause age, but I'm paying attention because bitch gonna get old one day. But what I do know is that celebrities always wait till around election time to start inserting their own little bullshit into the arena. Hold on, y'all. Yeah, that's better. I didn't like the lighting. But celebrities will wait right until it is election time and they'll start inserting their own little theories and bullshit into the equation. And they'll convince voters not to vote for somebody simply based off of some bullshit that literally may or may not affect you. Okay. Now, I'm not saying that every woman will go through menopause, and I'm also not saying that every woman won't. But what I am saying is that celebrities can be easily bought and they will be the vote splitter. I believe, and portions of Hallie's cards that I pulled believe the same thing. In fact, let me quit preaching and pull these cards on up here because no ma'am. Okay. I know y'all was upset. Oh, she told Halle Berry to shut the fuck up. Well, I didn't tell Halle Berry to shut the fuck up. I just posted on my TikTok that it's okay for us to tell these celebrities to shut the fuck up sometimes because right now we don't need her throwing a piss party about menopause simply because she's going through it right now. Okay. I'm gonna get to that in her cards, okay? But overall, we're going to talk about why she's using menopause as a platform to redirect from possibly some shit that's going on in her life. And again, this is just my tinfoil hat theory. This is just my interpretation of the cards. Don't get your panties in a bunch. Don't get the shit slapped out of you trying to defend a celebrity that A, doesn't know that you exist, and B, if you pay attention, doesn't really care that you exist, especially if you a young childbearing age woman, okay? Let's start there, okay? Now let me pull my cards up so that we can read Miss Berry. And no disrespect to her, I don't hate her at all. But sometimes us Leos get to doing too goddamn much. And as a team Leo, uh, twice in my chart, baby, I'm gonna speak up, especially when it's some bullshit. There's no reason for her to be telling people not to vote for Gavin Newsom because she overlooked the measure on the ballot, okay? Not on the ballot. She overlooked the measure. And because it didn't get on the ballot during this special election, bitch, that wasn't what the election was about, okay? This wasn't. a normal election that we just had out here. I forget what day it was, but this last time we just voted to redistrict the maps or keep them from being redistricted in the Republicans' favor. That wasn't what this was about, Allie. Okay, and especially with Nikki's recent antics. Oh no, I'm very careful of any fucking celebrity that's telling us not to vote for Gavin Newsom because literally he is the strongest candidate right now. I don't believe that Kamala Harris is going to run for president. America doesn't deserve her. Okay, if she runs for um, governor again or attorney general out here in California, oh yeah, she's got my vote, absolutely. But I don't think she's gonna run for president again. Okay, because y'all fuck yeah. Anyway, back to Hallie's bullshit. Okay, and I pulled several cards about her, and I'm gonna go through the piles. Okay, somebody like I told y'all, when these people get to clowning and showing their ass, it's always somebody within their circle that's willing to really tell the real fucking story. Okay. Like I said, I believe she's using this platform to distract from something that is going on or about to be revealed that has been going on in her personal life. And I don't hate Halle Berry, no disrespect to her, but baby, you gonna stop this shit, okay? And I'm gonna get to it in her cards, and I'll cut up more then. But somebody in her circle. And as we've seen with powerful women or top women, it's always the motherfucker that they used to fuck on in the past that's coming forward and telling some shit. And her cards seem to indicate that, but just keep in mind that there is someone, okay, that is going to come through and tell the real story about this whole fanfare she's trying to really, excuse me, or the real reason she's trying to draw attention to this menopause thing and saying that Gavin Newsom doesn't care about women. The uncovered truth will happen, okay? We are in the age of Aquarius, and I told y'all things will not be hidden, okay? Let me make sure I get my lighting right because I don't want it to be flashing crazy. Is it still doing it? Yeah. I don't know what to do, y'all. I got to work on getting my lighting better. And I don't want to accidentally fuck up the screen of my new computer because I did just get a new one. That should be better. But yeah, she the real story is going to come out, and the real reason why she's using menopause as her little clutch story is going to show up. And like I said, it's always one of these women's a nigga that they used to be fucking on, and not necessarily a black dude. I told y'all over here, I'm gonna call all men niggas because men are literally the N words of the world. But there's some type of public exposure that always shows up when with these top women, and it's always somebody they used to fuck with, and this is going to probably potentially happen to Halle Berry, and it's going to be some type of exposure type shit. And while she's going to try to clear the air, her clearing the air is going to make it worse for her, and it's going to make people look at her differently because again, something is going to be exposed and you're going to find out, oh no, this ain't about menopause, this is deeply about something else. And let me go into what her energy is surrounding this whole attack on Gavin Newsom and this whole menopause thing. Hallie isn't being her authentic self, okay? Her ego, or is it her super ego that's acting up? Y'all know how sometimes us Leos are. Y'all know we got to be the center of attention and we must have attention on us at all times. And I'm not saying that the girl is fucked up, but she's having some ego issues here. And I feel like she's pretending to be fine and of course using menopause as her speaking point, but she's having some type of internal conflict, okay? Something that she's overthinking about, okay? Now, I'm not saying that she's not going through menopause because she's like, what, 54, 55 years old. And some women do go through menopause that early. I mean, go through menopause at that age. Some women go through even earlier. I want to say my grandmother was, and my grandmother will be 90 years old next year. So, of course, this was a world away, a world behind us. But I think she was like 37, 38 when she went through menopause, allegedly. But it was brought on by her thyroid acting up. So it was something. I don't know how they correlated the two, but she ended up having to get a hysterectomy really early because and it sent her into menopause after she got the hysterectomy, excuse me. So she might have been like 40 when she went through menopause. But what I'm saying, like some women go through it early, and I'm not doubting that Hallie is going through menopause at all. I would never doubt that on another woman. I don't know what she's going through, but her cards seem to indicate that she's telling a partial truth. Whereas that she may be going through some menopause, it ain't really affecting her like it is. Like she's trying to she's trying to make it a bigger issue than what it is. You know, like I said, some Leos need to be seen. We have to have our ego in check. And this is just simply smoke and mirrors with her. There is some other shit going on. And with regular tarot cards, I feel like, again, Hallie is going through something mentally. She is deep within her head regarding something and she's overthinking it. And it has to do with self. Okay, remember we pulled the authentic self cards. There is something going on in her mind. Okay, and don't y'all get underneath these cards, some of them motherfucking jokes, some of her diabetes. Now, her shit might be acting up, but that ain't it, okay? There's something else going on with Hallie that allegedly may be speared by a little bit of alcohol use. She might need to stop drinking because this is like these thoughts that are coming about that are a bit grandiose. Um, but internally, she's not okay, all right? She's pretending that yeah, I'm fighting this good fight and I'm going to do this for older women and there's a purpose, but there's really not no purpose. I think that Hallie is having an issue with aging, okay? Y'all know that the Queen of Wands, in addition to other things I've explained that she means, but she also represents an older woman, and specifically in this deck, I want y'all to notice that this is a mixed woman, okay? This is a mixed race woman who she is that girl. Okay, I'm not taking anything from Halle Berry. She is that girl. Here she is sitting on her throne, but she's getting older and she's having an issue internally with aging. And I think that is the problem with her. Now, like I said, she has not lacked for anything as far as her career. She's had an illustrious career. Okay, she's still working, as a matter of fact. Okay. Nobody's having a problem, or she's not having a problem getting to work, honey. She's fucking Halle motherfucking Berry. Okay. Understand that girl's career or that woman, because she's not a girl, because she probably get mad about that. But a woman's career is solidified. Her space in Hollywood is solidified. Her bills are paid, honey. But the issue is she's having an internal fight with herself and she does not want to get old, or she's having a midlife crisis, if you will. She's having an issue with aging, although she is Hallie the Great, honey. Miss, so many awards that, you know, we can't even name them all. So many accomplishments. Like she is a very decorated black actress, but she's having an issue with the fact that she's aging, and this is an internal fight that she's having, and nothing that she does can make her young Hallie anymore. Okay, things are slowing down for her. Shit, I guess she's upset that maybe she's not that sex symbol that she once was, and again, it all has to do with her aging and her putting forward menopause is her just finding some common ground because again, I told y'all she's being two-faced in her approach to why she's using menopause as her platform. Okay, she's got the two-faced cards and playing to both sides. Whereas that, yes, it's good that she's speaking up about menopause, something that has to do with older women. There's a hidden agenda present, okay? And Hallie has some unspoken desires that she's not speaking on, and those desires have nothing to do with anything political, okay? However, she possibly has been paid, okay? Paid to find a shared experience amongst women who are gullible. Okay, remember, I just told y'all about celebrities being vote splitters. This is what her cards indicate she's doing. So she's found menopause to gather older women to steer them, and at least this is my opinion, okay, my 10 forehead opinion, to steer them away from voting for Gavin Newsom because she says he doesn't he doesn't care about women. He didn't even address menopause. And people who are fans of Halle Berry or those who have those weird parasocial relationships with these celebrities, they feel like she's speaking an unfiltered truth, and they'll be influenced to think, yeah, he doesn't care about women. And while they think that she's, spreading positivity and bringing awareness about menopause, this is a fake facade. Okay, this is a fake. She's showing a facade of concern. It's a fake. This is fake. Okay, she's wearing a mask. Again, there's indication in her cards that she's been paid to do this. Okay. First they used The Rock, then they used Kanye West. Now they using her and Nicki Minaj. Ironically, Halle says this shit right before Nicki goes full MAGA. And we're gonna talk about Nicki next. But Halle don't know what the fuck she's talking about politically. But because she's Halle Berry, people will be intrigued. Those women who are easily swayed, they'll be intrigued. Okay. But y'all are gonna fuck around and find out because she's gonna double cross you. Like most celebrities who speak up during election season over some bullshit. Okay, she gonna double cross you, and you're gonna see that there's a double standard applying here. And where's the double standard applying at? In her judgment. Okay, she doesn't really want to open no roads up for all women. In fact, her cards seem to indicate, she's not really looking to do anything for younger women. This has nothing to do with women as a whole. This has nothing to do with younger women. All right. She she ain't thinking about us, okay? But because women will think that Halle knows what she's talking about, older women, they'll count her as some type of authority. And the fact that she's running with this shit and speaking prematurely on it, they'll choose to listen to her, okay? But she's being dishonest, okay? Because there is going to show up potentially some type of gossip. Okay, first of all, you're gonna find out she's lying. There is a lot more to this whole pay attention to me thing that she's doing and the secrets that she has behind it. Because, like I said, she's not looking out for younger women. In fact, she didn't even speak on younger women. There are so many women that have been in disastrous situations, younger women, um, while in labor. Halle Berry could have spoken on that, but she didn't. Okay, this is a boat splitting going on that they're trying to do right in front of us, and they're positioning their pieces and using who they can in Hollywood. And she obviously can be bought as well. But anyway, yeah, she didn't speak on younger women because she has a problem with younger women. And I know y'all will say, oh, well, she does this, that, and this. But deep down, she doesn't care about younger women. She's not thinking about women who are of childbearing age because she's already had her children. This has nothing to do with her. She no longer is in the realm of having children. So I don't have to speak on women who were going through it at during childbirth. Okay. No, she has nothing for y'all. All right. But as long as the older women who have menopause pay her attention, she will have gotten, first of all, the money that allegedly she was paid. And two, she will have convinced y'all not to vote for another candidate who's qualified for the job. Okay. Also, according to her cards, what else is going on other than her being paid to be a spokesperson for the Republican Party unofficially? She's keeping up appearances when it comes to her inner circle. And like I said, her past lives are showing up. And again, this is probably men from her past that she was fucking with, her baby daddy, her ex-husband. Yeah, these things are going to start to echo forward because she needs attention. Okay, including situations in her current relationship. Now, there's some unspoken tensions allegedly, according to her cards there. Now, her boyfriend is about 15 years younger than her, and she's doing nothing but getting older, and her having this issue with younger women allegedly internally is getting to her, and her man just might be drifting apart. Okay. And that whole attack on Gavin Newsom might have something to do with the fact that he looks similar to her ex-husband, but I digress, and we'll get to that in her last pool. Um, her and her current boyfriend might be drifting apart, okay? Because Hallie is having some jealousy issues. Okay, things are coming up. She's thinking about shit from her past, not letting go of that past hurt and the things that have happened. Like, she's always getting cheated on, or, shit's always happening to her. She's bringing this shit forward in her new relationship. And again, her new nigga might be cheating on her as well. Okay. Sometimes women cause that shit, okay? Literally, Hallie might feel like also in her own energy that she wanted more from this relationship. Although she may not state it, but she wanted to get married. She probably like, yo, I ain't doing nothing but getting older, and what is this relationship serving me if I'm just remaining just your girlfriend? She absolutely desires marriage out of this situation, but she's not getting that, and her just being his girlfriend or just being in a relationship now is not enough, okay? And whereas she may have been able to control those behaviors or control those feelings at first. Again, she's getting older now, okay? And it's settling in on her own. I'm almost 60 years old. Not only that, Hallie might be acting a fool over there in her own relationship. Like I said, there's some jealousy issues present, and it may be him as well, but because these cards that I'm pulling here, in this urban tarot deck, urban witch tarot deck, indicate that Hallie is the problem. Hallie is over there being selfish, being cruel, and probably saying and doing too much. And in fact, she is saying and doing too much. She might get mad and, take off and say some shit that she really don't really mean, but she ain't gonna back down because that Leo in her, when she's angry, it ain't gonna be controlled, honey. She gonna crash out. Now, we ain't seen her publicly crash out, and we won't. But in their relationship, oh hell yeah, she raising hell, honey. Halle Berry is the problem in her relationship. Specifically this one now. Now, I'm not gonna broad stroke and say she was the problem in all of her past relationships, but the same shit keeps appearing in every relationship. Again, Halle just might be the fucking problem. Okay. She over there arguing and fussing and fighting and causing shit and possibly accusing that man of cheating on her, and he may not be. Okay. He may not be cheating on her. Okay. She is over there accusing him of lying and fucking around on her and probably using her and not really loving her the way that she needs to be loved. Real low vibrating Oshun energy. Oshun has a version of herself that can be very cantankerous like that, and I really believe that's who Halle Berry is being. Okay. She is in this blind competition. Like it's like she might think that he's cheating or she knows, but she doesn't have any proof, or she's drawing this from her old relationships and she's just dumping this on this man, and shit, that's causing all of them fights. Like shit, you might hear about them separating and shit. Again, I believe the people from the past have something to do with her ex-husbands and her baby's father coming back. They each might have some type of complaint. David Justice said something about her being a bad mother. This is her husband speaking up, saying something, okay, about his child with her. Something probably about the shared custody. Either way, this is Hallie trying to gain control somewhere because she's losing control, look like it, in her fucking personal life. Okay. Now I'm just saying this is just my tinfoil hat theory, but I believe that is the purpose and premise of Hallie doing this. She's having some issues with the men that are in her life, and she decided to blow it up and turn it into menopause. And that ain't really truly what it is. But let's move on and talk about fat ass Onika real quick. So yeah, let's go on and talk about itty bitty piggy. And I promise I'm not gonna leave y'all alone because everything that I'm getting ready to say is probably gonna sound repetitive because I've already said it. I reposted the short that I did where I told y'all that this gal was gonna crash out and do some shit, okay? I told y'all that she was gonna fall. Those barbs that were in my comments talking that shit. Where you at, baby? Because Nikki done crashed out exactly the way I said she would. Nikki Went to the Turning Point USA conference, whatever the fuck that bullshit, that cracker meeting, that motherfucking Klansman meeting, and sat there and praised little white girls, and at the same time had disparaging things to say about the trans community, when in fact y'all are the majority of her goddamn her fan base. She just literally did exactly what I said. I said that she was going to turn on her fans, and she did. I said that she was going to turn her back completely on hip hop, and she has. Okay, nothing that I've said has been a lie. Okay. And I also want y'all to realize that when I told y'all to keep y'all motherfucking ass out of my comments defending this scum ass bitch, this worthless ass bitch, this bitch that apparently Safari really was writing for her ass, because ever since they've broken up, she hasn't had a real career for real, has she? She had to walk out to Super Bass because that was her, wasn't it her highest selling song? Come out to the gayest song she has and and begins to completely disparage one portion of the motherfucking LGBTQ community. Imagine that. But I told y'all she was gonna do that. And I also told y'all I had put that bitch in a jar, okay? If I can find the image, I'm gonna insert it right here. But if not, you're just gonna see my hands with these beautiful nails on, okay? But I told y'all that she was gonna crash out, okay? But that voodoo doll that I made of her, okay? I ain't saying that, I'm the baddest motherfucking thing behind these spiritual in this spiritual realm, but bitch, don't play with me. Because when it's justified, it's gonna always hit you, no matter who the fuck you are. See, in all of them readings, see, y'all must did take me seriously, okay? And I talk with my ancestors and my rishas consistently, okay? I would not sit my ass here and tell y'all some shit that I ain't seeing in them cards. And I told y'all that this bitch was gonna crash out. I told y'all that she was gonna go full coon mode. I told y'all she was gonna do all of that. And to those barbs that lost your job, or to that specific barb that lost her job playing with me um, about Nicki Minaj, baby, how stupid do you feel now? Oh, I didn't tell y'all the what had happened to her. See, I emailed the school district that she works with, and I emailed the superintendent, and I emailed her principal. I wanted them to know the type of trash that they had in front of these children, educating them. Okay. Oh, she left all kinds of ignorant ass comments, y'all, and even logged in from her son's page and was leaving shit. Now, it might have granted been her son, because he was a little glitter butt. When I went to his page, he was a little glitter butt. Uh-huh. It might have been him. They might have called themselves tag teaming, but what y'all did was tag team. What you did was help tag team your mama up out of her job. Okay. Krishan Rock fans, take heed, baby. Just like this 63-year-old woman that I showed y'all that was underneath my comments clowning. If I didn't show y'all the whole thing, go back, or if you didn't see it, go back and look at it. All that stupid shit she posting, but was stupid enough to pose on her fucking page in both of her work uniforms with her whole name showing, baby. It's too easy, all right? Y'all be standing so hard for these motherfuckers that y'all be forgetting that you are in regular life. Nikki don't give a damn about none of y'all, just like Krishan don't give a damn about none of y'all that's acting a fool with people, but Nikki can do more for you if push came to shove than Krishan could, because Krishan is sleeping in her motherfucking car and riding her baby around in a motherfucking top to a stroller, instead of getting this 2-year-old little boy that's close to three, not close to three, but he'll be 3 years old, instead of getting him an upright goddamn car seat. Instead of Nikki paying attention to her son, she's running up white people's ass. See, I told y'all that she was gonna do this, but if you think that these motherfuckers can help you and save you, keep playing with me, and you're gonna get the same treatment. Anyway, let's talk about Nikki, okay? Because we are all well aware of her antics. I said all of that to say we are all well aware of her fucking antics and the things that she has been doing, and the full coon display and parade that she has absolutely put the fuck on. Nikki is motherfucking unwell. All right. It's not in the same vein, but the same crazy shit that's going on with Halle Berry is going on with Nikki. Nikki has some type of internal fight that she is going on, that is going on in her head. Okay. Said her stupid. Y'all see her sitting there crossing them extraordinarily large thighs of hers, honey. She was trying to keep that cellulite from showing, baby, but every time she moved her little pig pork thigh, baby, all that shit was showing. And I know all women have cellulite, but baby, we gonna drag Nikki because this is what she used to do to other people. No, she gonna get what she deserve over this motherfucker. Uh-huh. Yeah, she's mentally unwell, honey. There's an internal fight going on in that bitch's head that's just like a storm, honey. Both she and Krishan Rock are exhibiting the signs of being daughters of Oya. I know I was correct in labeling them, not labeling them, but seeing who the Orisha was that was in front of them. And this is no disrespect at all to daughters of Oya. Those of you who are vibrating high, continue to vibrate high, sister. But Krishan and Nikki are vibrating on very low levels. They operate in low energy, in Oya's low energy. Each of them are having their Oya and the Ram scenario go on. Okay, and I'm gonna have to tell y'all the Oya and the Ram story again so that y'all can get where I'm coming from. But basically, Oya lost all of her friends because of her actions, and at the end of the day, the only friend she thought she had betrayed her and turned her in and got her ass locked up, and she ended up getting unalive. Not that I'm saying it's gonna happen to Nikki, but that could very well happen to Krishan. But why I associate Nikki with Oya, because Oya was a Hellcat just like Nikki. Okay, when things didn't go her way, she was going align with the opposition, and that's exactly what Nikki did, honey. She is definitely in an internal fight, okay, with herself. She too can't handle that she's aging. She's got to find another way to compete, and her way to compete is by doing and saying shit that she knows will, or that she thinks, because the black community don't be as pressed as y'all think we be. We see you a damn fool, we gonna talk about you, but we cool on you. Okay, well, I promise you, the black community, our hip hop community is cool on you. I hope the gay community is cool on her because she's showing y'all she don't give a damn about y'all, and y'all are the majority of her motherfucking fan base. But I digress. Yeah, she too is fighting against growing old. She's scared of growing old, don't want to get old. She ain't where she wanted to be in her life. She ruined her own career, but she ain't gonna take accountability for it. She married a motherfucking man that she got to take care of. So what else can she do other than say some stupid shit and reject the very people who put her ass in the position that she's in right now? Erica Kirk would not know who a Nicki Minaj is if it were not for the black community and the hip hop community. But she got up there and she shit on us, or she tried to, because the bitch is so uneducated and dumb. And y'all forgive me for assuming that this bitch had a higher education, because clearly she does not. I mean, she sounded so ignorant sitting up on that stage. I can't believe she ain't embarrassed right now. Okay. Not to mention, Erica Kirk's husband hated her. So, bitch, what you doing sitting up there breaking bread with the enemy because you are a unlearned, uncultured swine of a Negro? I can tell you exactly what it is. You're a jigaboo. And you sat your ass up there soft shoeing and tap dancing for white people, and it's gonna blow up in your immigrant ass face. Okay? Yeah, Nikki is hurt. She needs some money, honey. Ain't no money coming in for her. All right. She ain't no money coming in for her. Ain't no opportunities. Ain't no grounding. Okay. Her whole life is in shambles. Low vibrating or yacht energy. Okay. See, she ain't being heard in hip hop no more. We don't want to hear it. We done with her over this way. So she decides, I'm gonna go over here and I'm gonna go get in the bed with these white people, and I'm gonna see if they can give me some money, because I ain't got no money coming in, and don't nobody want to work with me. So I'm gonna go over here and grift, and this gonna work. She pulling the same shit that Kanye West pulled on the religion, the Christian community, except Nicki taking it a step further and completely jumping over there, and well, she's doing the same thing that Kanye did. She's doing the same thing Kanye did, except it's in a female format. So she thinks she has a seat at the table over here, okay? But what she doesn't understand is When that shit stops working, it's gonna stop working, and every dollar they gave her, they're going to subtract back from her stupid ass. If they gonna give her some money, okay? And she know it. Nikki know it, okay? Internally, she knows she done fucked up. She's got a huge worry about her marriage and the standing of her marriage because Ken is cheating on her, okay? Her self-esteem is attached to men, okay? She's very male-centered. As long as it appears that there are men accepting her, these white men accepting her, she feels her self-esteem gets stroked, her ego gets stroked. But realistically, okay, she's in her motherfucking head about that marriage because bullshit is going on, okay? More shit is about to come out about her baby's father, the man that she chose to give a baby to, that pedophile that she, is protecting. And I believe that's who she's trying to get pardoned. That's why she's doing all of this shit. I don't think it's about her brother. No, because her brother molested her, okay? Allegedly. According to her cards, my tinfoil hat theory, there's no proof to this, but tell me that bitch don't act like a child that has been sexually abused. Yeah, she's psychology majors. What is that when people get trapped in that area of their life where their trauma happened? That's what's going on with her. Okay. And this is a familial secret because her pops might have did it too. Okay. This represents allegedly, her mom and dad too. Okay, there's some secrets there. Nikki was always stabbing motherfuckers, remember that? Okay, her daddy might have did a little bit of shit to her ass too. Okay. There's some secrets there that she don't want to come out, honey. Some shit that, you know, she wants to keep hidden because this bitch got to make her some money somehow. Because there's some changes going on in her life. First of all, because she spent a lot of her money on drugs and alcohol and partying with that broke ass man. Okay. But she's definitely unwell and does not know anything about politics, or nor should she be speaking on politics. But those of you who love Jesus and serve the Lord so much ain't looking at the fact that this woman is running and coming from a space of being hurt and operating in little boy, toxic ass little boy energy. She's throwing a hissy fit. That's why it's okay to be a little boy. Of course, it's okay to be a little boy, but I want to say it's okay to be a gay little boy if you want to be, if you're gay, okay? And I know y'all like, oh no, children. I'm not talking about babies. I'm talking about them little boys that's her fans, them 18, 19-year-old little boys that's her goddamn fans that she's now admonishing. That's who I'm talking about. Not no damn kids. Yeah, I know we talking about Nikki and her pedophilic ass husband, but I'm not talking about no damn children. No. Leave these kids as kids, but if these motherfuckers is identifying as gay, that's just what it is. Okay? Yeah, she's operating out of a very hurt place. And what she does not understand, nor does she care to understand, because all this is a grift to Nikki. What she does not understand is these people are gonna turn on her. The actions behind her is in the title of the name of their little organization, Turning Point, honey. They are giving energy to her for right now, but when they don't need her anymore, said energy shall go away, and it will go away quickly, okay? And they will pretend like they don't even know who the fuck Nicki Minaj is. Who is this crazy bitch? Okay? Legally, she ain't got nothing coming, baby. Whatever the fuck she owes and whatever she got to pay, she's going to pay that. Okay? No matter who she thinks she is, no matter where she thinks she's going long term, baby, this ain't gonna end well for you. Nikki, you are being manipulated long term. Okay? In the end, it's gonna bite you right in your little plastic ass, and that's exactly what she get. This bitch is unwell, y'all. She knows nothing about what she's doing, but she also don't understand what's coming for her stupid ass for getting into bed with these motherfuckers. All right, y'all, let's talk about Taylor Swift real quick. And again, I'm not going to make this read long because I don't need to. Okay, I'm not going to give her more energy than she deserves. I'm not going to give her more attention than she deserves. She too is a attention-seeking woman that you black Swifties might need to pay attention to, that you might need to look at and see that this white woman really, really, really don't care for y'all. But I'll get into that in her cards. But I'm gonna stick on the fans real quick because y'all be the problem, okay? Y'all make these people bigger than what they should be, longer than what they should be, and I've used the term already a couple times in this reading, or not in this specific reading, or this specific set of cards. These parasocial relationships are getting very, very dangerous. It's at the point that y'all can't see people for really who they are. I've long felt like Taylor Swift was a racist. I base that off the fact of it's just something about her that screams Karen. I don't care about all the cute, nice teddy bearish things that she does. Taylor Swift has always given racist to me. Covert racist, closet racist, whatever you want to call it. But her fans will look beyond it because y'all again have these weird parasocial relationships with these people and you overlook their toxicities and you make them more important than they really are. In Taylor Swift's case, y'all see nothing but perfection, probably because she's white with blonde hair and blue eyes and thin. If she was a fat, dark-haired white woman with brown eyes, y'all wouldn't treat her the same. I know you wouldn't, and I'm going to age myself with this, but do y'all remember the way they treated Corny Wilson from the Wilson Phillips group? She was fat and white and had brown hair and brown eyes, and they didn't like her. But because Taylor is here, okay, with her blonde hair and blue eyes, oh, she's perfection. All right. And this is even for some of you black Swifties because y'all carry the same energy too. Okay. She's perfection. Okay. And in some way, her white privilege and her religion makes y'all believe that she's this perfect, innocent little white girl that doesn't do anything. Like, yeah, y'all see this innocence about her when in reality she's a fucking snake. Okay. And so many people accuse her of being a witch. I feel like she's a fake Wiccan bitch that has learned a few things from TikTok. So I'm not gonna call her a witch, but I am going to say she's a bitchy little thing. Okay. She's not this perfect, wholesome little girl that y'all are trying to make this 35-year-old woman out to be. In fact, she just might have a little fucked up attitude, according to her cards, and she may not be a good person. Again, I said that she gives the tease of being a motherfucking racist, okay? Her perception of black women is based in her history. And she's haunted by the fact of that because her being the white woman, she was supposed to always be better than black women, even when it comes to her choosing a partner. Because at the end of all of this, or at the core of all of this shit with all of these toxic women that we've mentioned, it's a man that these bitches are hurting over, and Taylor's hurting because Travis really don't want to be with her no more, or this PR relationship has run its course and it's about to be over with. I said what I said, okay? But Taylor is really, in my opinion, haunted by the fact that black women, specifically the fact that Travis has had black women over and over and over again as his exes. This is haunting her. I'm supposed to be the one. I'm supposed to be the major arcana. I'm gonna be, in her mind, the one that changes your mind and make, you forget about black women, but they keep popping up for him. They keep popping up for him. And no matter what, Taylor does, or no matter how much work I almost called this man something else. Travis might put in regards to Sean Taylor that okay, even though this might be a PR relationship, I'm willing to work it and make it whatever. No matter what he does, Taylor ain't letting that shit go. She's gonna always be defensive about the fact that his ex-girlfriends were black women. Okay. And in her mind, she's in competition with him because she can't be herself. This old hokey white bitch that she is, this motherfucking hostess wonder bread in front of this fucking Ezekiel bread. Black women is Ezekiel bread, honey. She can't compare. It doesn't matter how much money and prestigious fame she has, baby. She can't compare to that brown sugar, okay? It doesn't matter, okay? And in her mind, though, she has to compete, okay? She know her appearance and personality ain't shit, baby. Nobody looking at Taylor Swift and talking about how sexy she is unless it's an old ass man that is halfway racist or completely racist. Some hillbilly motherfucker that just sees a blonde haired, blue eyed white bitch with a flat ass. That's all that's looking at her. So yeah, she's got some issues within herself about her appearance, honey. And her personality is as dry as motherfucking unbuttered toast, honey. Yeah, she's got issues with her looks and her body. And she knows she flat as motherfucking board, honey. She knows she can't compete and compare, even though these black women that are in his past are two very skinny women, but they some curvy, they some fine shit, and tell her no that she ain't, okay? She knows that she can't compete. And she's pissed off because she the one that chose to be with this man. Okay, she chose to be with this man. This man that he really don't want to be with her. I mean, I ain't giving Travis no cool points because he seems to be a jackass within his own right. But you know, she the one that chose to be with this man. And she's growing more and more invisible and ugly to this man all day and every day that she remains in this motherfucking PR relationship. Yeah, it's a lot of conflict and drama over that way, y'all. Okay? It's a lot of conflict and drama going on. And I know the Swifties, y'all gonna be mad. Y'all gonna be mad. Y'all gonna say, she said you doing this for attention. Oh, your car note must be due. Yes, bitch, and I go on comment so you can give me some more money. Yes, I'm doing this for the money, just like your ass is on here for the money. Just like Taylor gets up and sings them country ass, childish ass songs for the money, baby. It's all about the money. Okay? That's why she got into that relationship with Travis Kelce in the first place, for the attention that it would bring her pop head ass. Okay? But how about this situation and run its course? Okay? How about this little PR relationship has run its course and y'all can look forward to seeing the changes happen right in front of you. Okay? I done told you, her cards indicate that they're doing a lot of fighting. There's not a lot of cohesiveness there, okay? There's not a lot of them being with each other. See, they are coming up with this six of coins in reverse and this five of pentacles. There's an abuse of power going on over there, or there's abuse of status. Taylor may very well think that she is still bigger than Travis and he needs to bow to her, and he ain't going for that. So he staying away from this bitch. You know, he five of pentacles. I mean, he's staying away from this motherfucking bitch. Huh? Like the night that he lost that game. Nah, bitch, I don't want to see you. Let me get the fuck away from you to avoid an argument, because Taylor would have somehow, in my opinion, made it about her. Okay, well, you're getting closer to retirement, so maybe this means that you need to just marry me or whatever she's saying. I'm just paraphrasing and just throwing my little spin on it. But yeah, either way, there's an argument being had. Okay, they are not seeing eye to eye. No matter how much you Swifties want to see this motherfucking jock relationship happen for her because you ain't never had shit going on. Look, he has no intentions on seeing this relationship through. Okay, Travis has his own ideas about where he wants and sees his future, and I don't think it includes Miss Taylor Swift, okay? I don't. Especially because she can't leave his past alone. She can't quit going to revisit his old girlfriends. You know, she type bitch that's on this motherfucker's page, his ex bitch page, and every time she on there, she do something or discover some shit that's hurting her feelings. Probably discovering Travis's fake page, liking shit on Kayla's motherfucking page. Like that night that he fucked up and they lost their goddamn game, Kayla had just posted that swimsuit picture, girl. And Travis, yeah, buddy. Yeah, buddy. And nigga thinking about risking it all, honey. Simply for this black woman. I told y'all Taylor has an issue with black women. Because at some point or somehow, he's still pouring energy over there. Okay. Now, albeit it being immature on both sides, Kayla entertaining him allegedly is immature. This is what Taylor gets, honey. This is what happens when you bring your dude's ex bitch up consistently, or his past up consistently, and keep revisiting his old relationships. Okay, you can't get past the old and get into the new because your ass is so caught up with what was it about her that made you choose her? Not your business. Why are you not paying attention? Anyway, y'all will see that there is nothing new coming in this fucking relationship between him and Taylor. Or nothing new, period, when it comes to her in relationships. Again, here's the rejection. It's coming. All right. They lack grounding and they lack emotional compatibility. Travis don't really like Taylor, and Taylor probably really don't like him. Okay. I mean, it's not going to be said, but they're probably going to go through some sort of mutual breakup. Okay. Because there's stagnation in their relationship and it's growing stale. And Taylor is in her head. She's not getting what it is that she wants. Again, being his girlfriend or being in this PR relationship is not enough for her. She needs the next step to come from him, which is marriage, and it's not. He has no intentions on making shit official like marriage with her. And let me not just say that. If he does marry her, he's gonna leave her. Okay, their relationship isn't gonna last, but I don't see them making it to the fucking altar. Okay, neither do her cards. Okay, I do see them going through a breakup. All right, a separation. I see a separation in their cards. All right, Swifties, while y'all talking all that shit, yeah, there's a separation coming, and then they will break up. Okay. Ain't nobody just saying this shit just to be attacking this bitch, y'all. Oh, y'all don't want her to be happy. No, Taylor doesn't want herself to be happy because if she did, she wouldn't have attached herself to a man who really didn't show any interest in her. But when her mama hooked her up with him, that's what she ran with. He didn't really like her, but let me see where this goes. And he's still in the same place emotionally, okay? Thing is, Travis is who he is, and he does have options, okay? He absolutely does have options, and eventually he's gonna open the road up to where he can do that. Okay, where that arguing gonna get too heavy in one of them separations, he gonna go and do what he gotta do, honey. Okay, but at least on the horizon of it, if they break up or when they break up, y'all at least get some better music out of Taylor Swift. And it's sad that she's literally um the country white ass Mary J. Blige, and the only time you get good music is when the bitch is going through something. But yeah, y'all getting ready to get some better music, okay? And there is gonna be some further gossip come up about Taylor being the problem in the relationship, y'all. Excuse me, let me hydrate. Voice getting thick. Ugh. But there's gonna be some shit come out about Taylor being the problem in the relationship because she can't move beyond. Like she's in her head so much about his past and the shit that went on. Like she's gonna kill the shit before she could even get it started. But like I said, Travis don't like her for real. Okay, it has run its course. Their relationship, their little PR relationship has run its course. She did not benefit his career in the way that it was projected, and he did not give Taylor Swift mama the jock story that she too is vying for. She trying to live vicariously through her daughter, made her eat lettuce to stay skinny so she could secure a motherfucker like this, and it's just not gonna happen for her, y'all. Okay. And even if it does, they're not gonna stay married long. Okay. I know y'all like, oh, they're engaged, they're this, they're that. How many times y'all done seen Taylor Swift be engaged and actually make it to the fucking altar? Again, her past will come back to haunt her because she keeps opening the door to Travis's past. All right, y'all. So let's get through this next read real quick because this bitch is literally so unimportant to me. And again, here we are about to talk about a person that everything I said about her in her reading has happened. Okay. Who are we talking about? Let's talk about Tyla's little stinking ass again, real quick, because for some reason I'm getting updated comments on her video, and it's from her little punk ass fans. And it's probably her team too, because nobody's checking for Tyla. Nobody is going out of their way to type her name in and search out her music and binging on her fucking shit. I refuse to believe it. Like I said before in her last reading or two, I don't even remember how many reads I did on it. It ain't that many because she ain't important, and I mean that. Um, she's a flop. She's current present day flopping. I told y'all that she would not be able to compete in that pop arena that she's in. And I have been proven right, okay? Because what did she do? Oh, let's get to it, honey. Like I said, Tyler's still flopping, honey. There is nothing going on for her, honey, that is good. All right. I know y'all feelings be hurt about the things I be saying about folks, but this is real, honey. Tyler ain't going nowhere. Okay, the shit that she did in her past to black women, the way that she carried us, it's gonna forever haunt her career, and she will not have any love. Again, I know y'all don't like to hear that, but that's exactly what's coming for that little crazy woman. Okay, because her and her ego, okay, got in the way and stepped on her shit before she could even get started. Before she could even get started, before people could even figure out what's her brand, what is it about, what is it that we like about Tyler. She stepped on the shit because she felt like, she had a seat at the table without us. She felt like them white folks were showing up, so hell, I don't need black people. I'm gonna make sure I assert that I'm not black. I'm gonna manipulate my mixed heritage to benefit me by disassociating with my blackness. Yeah, doing too much, being Tyler, being herself. But her doing too much has left her career in a sea of doubt. Okay. Again, I ain't saying nothing about that little girl that ain't that isn't happening in front of us. Okay. Tyler thought that she was gonna be the queen. Okay. Tyler thought she was gonna be the queen, and she was out here still treating black women like shit. Again, she stole a song from Young Miami, but we'll get there. We almost there. She still treating black women like we should be kissing her motherfucking ass and be grateful to be in her presence. Or I don't know what it is the bitch's energy is, but it's not working too well for her because black people still ain't fucking with her. Okay. She's still trying to act like this what she call herself, uppity Joe Bird bitch, whatever the fuck the bitch nickname is. Nobody calls her that. Nobody. But she's still trying to do this shit, and now people are starting to see exactly what she is, and she's worried about that downfall. Okay, that's the Nine of Swords showing up with the Suit of Pentacles. No matter how much sex she sold, okay, through her music or whatever else the fuck she does, because um, it ain't working for her, okay? And she, with that Nine of Swords, is worried about her downfall, okay? She knows she's flopping, regardless to what you fans are in the comments saying. She knows she's flopping, okay? And regardless to who she tries to compete with or who she tries to work with, she can't compete where she don't compare, okay? She is coming up with the Two of Swords energy and the Four of Pentacles. I think that the industry has gotten all they wanted to get out of Tyler. Okay, they see that nobody is really fucking with her. They're not really making no money off of her with the Four of Pentacles showing up. So yeah, this might have been a bad business decision to invest heavily in Tyler. See, yeah, she's flopping. Okay, she's fucking flopping. That's her worry. I ain't said nothing about her that isn't going on. That Nine of Swords energy showing up, yeah. She's worried about that flop because shit, ain't nobody trying to work with her. And them bills do, honey. It's so many people coming up with that Five of Pentacles energy tonight, honey, on these readings. These folks been living above their means and getting beside themselves and coming to find out you ain't got that talent that your ass was running around boasting about, do you? Uh-huh. Now she feeling it, honey. She like, damn. Well, maybe I can fix this. Maybe I can get in front of this. Maybe I can manipulate the situation. That's what she did when she went over there with Young Miami. And despite being warned that Tyler has an issue against Black American women and she looks down on us, Young Miami foolishly, well, shit, maybe she routinely makes bad decisions. I mean, she's still very much so in love with Diddy. But we ain't gonna talk about that. We're gonna talk about the fact that young Miami thought she had a friend, and Tyler was simply over here trying to manipulate the situation and get something up out of her, and that's what she got out of her. Young Miami played that song for Tyler, and Tyler stole the song and took off with it. Okay, ended her relationship or friendship, whatever the fuck she was trying to do with young Miami. Like, girl, fuck you. I got what I wanted, and ran with the girl's song. This is the Nine of Pentacles. Okay, Tyler hung around Young Miami long enough to get what she want, and now they're no longer cool because Tyler stole the song that "Take Me to Chanel." That song sounds so stupid. It sounds like Young Miami's song, realistically. Okay, she went over there pretending like Glorilla did Meg. My poor two Aquarius sisters, Meg and Carisha, y'all got to be better than this about selecting your friends, okay? Yeah, she did the same thing. Went over there with darkness in her heart and stole that song for Carisha, but the caveat of the situation is it ain't working out for Tyler either. Yeah, you might get a few people to play it here and there, but baby, ain't nobody playing that bullshit. You see, you love me and take it to Chanel. Bitch, shut up. I know that ain't how it go, but it go just like that, okay? People are walking away from that shit, okay? Walking away from Tyler, walking away from people who have this attitude like her. I'm gonna do whatever I want because I'm mixed. Whatever, bitch. We don't care. Take your ass back to Joburg with that bullshit, okay? Like I said, she might have had a chance to clear this shit up and, might have had a chance to maybe redeem herself a little bit, but it ain't in her cards to because her attitude is fucked up through and through. We are not to fuck with her, y'all, okay? Those of you who are in the industry, don't play your motherfucking music and shit for her because Tyler's gonna steal that shit, okay? But her having hardships is in her future musically. And that's what the fuck she get. And that's what you fans get because y'all elevate such ignorance. Okay? Well, in her pursuit of trying to get things right, she gonna lean back on what she knows will work because while I'm doing all this preaching, there are very much so still very colorist people in here. So in this country, excuse me. So she's thinking because she knows she's flopping and sinking. So she's got to do something, okay? She's going to win at all costs, okay? She's going to be a kept woman because that's what she wants to be at all costs, okay? So she's going to present herself again. Here we are with the Two of Cups and the Six of Wands, her winning at all costs. The Six of Wands came in first. What is Tyler going to do? Fall into a relationship, girl. Like all of the bitches do when shit ain't working. Let me get into a relationship. They're cooking it up already. They're coming in with the Ace of Cups energy with the Seven of Swords. They feel justified, or her and her team feel justified in pivoting towards making Tyler appear more sexy and less like a 12-year-old so that she can attract a man, honey. She got to get us some money now. Okay? She's willing to do whatever it takes, okay, to stay famous, to get money, even if that means selling her soul and doing some nefarious things. She's game for it, as long as it keeps her in the limelight, as long as it brings her money, as long as she's being having her ass kissed for something. Okay, she doesn't care, and this will work for her, y'all. Okay, because there are again very colorist, very perverted men out here who see her as a little girl, and hell, this is gonna work for her. All right, and that Eight of Pentacles shows up with that Page of Pentacles. Although this may not be a well thought out plan, it's gonna work for her. She's gonna grab the right man up with the right money and the right resources, and that's where she's gonna pivot to, honey. Even if that means that she's cheating with somebody's husband or somebody's man, there is going to be probably, possibly a romantic scandal that comes out about Tyler and some dude. And this is literally so that she can regain some type of traction, okay? She's feeling isolated. She's like, oh, the girls won't work with me. The girls won't fuck with me. No, it's because you acted a fool with black women and you really don't have the talent that you thought that you had and you can't compete, honey. The only way that she can compete is by getting somebody else's man and fucking on them, honey. And ooh, baby. Yes, that is what she's gonna do. All right. Now, she might get a little opportunity with this Seven of Wands to have compete a little bit musically. Let me say that. She might get her a little bop, but just as soon as she gets that little bop, she gonna cut off her nose to spite her face again because she gonna start acting a fool with people. Okay. All right. Yeah, she might end up getting her a little run. That Six of Pentacles also indicates that it might be like a producer or something that she's gonna start fucking on and it's gonna benefit her. But again, as soon as she gets some type of traction, she's going to cut off her nose to spite her face. Here she is with the Four of Swords showing up, killing her shit before it really gets started. Okay, here she is showing up with the Five of Wands and the Three of Pentacles card. She can't get along with nobody that she's gonna work with. Okay, she's going to somehow start some type of drama or some type of issue. Tyler is very insecure, regardless of her being pretty. She's very insecure, and like I said, she's showing up with the Ace of Wands and the Death card. As soon as that opportunity presents itself and she starts to get a little traction, she's gonna kill it with her fucked up ass attitude and inability to get along with people. Like I said, she gonna be fucking on a motherfucking man that got some money and some prestige, possibly older than her. Hell, don't be surprised if she don't marry a African diplomat or something, simply so she can be taken care of, okay? And in this Ten of Pentacles card, she might get involved in a poly situation. Like I said, she may marry an African that has wives already, simply because he's uber rich and she just wants to be taken care of, and work as little as possible as she can because this damn music career ain't gonna work for her, honey. This shit's about to be a wrap for her. She knows it, honey. And shit, she know people ain't trying to hear none of her new music for real, for real. Again, even if she do get a little bop, she gonna cause people to reject her because of how she behaves with people. Okay? Because of how she behaves with motherfuckers. She'll close that door real quick. But like I said, there's always going to be some man in the background that's willing to catch her. Okay? That's all she was. She just a little old kept woman, and she was just a bitch that could potentially sing that they could make some money off of. She sang she could keep a tune because she could hold a tune. Excuse me, because Tyler can't sing to me. She can't sing. She can't dance. She can't walk in heels. She looks like a 12-year-old little girl. She just ain't that girl. But in the eyes of some man with some money, she is cream of the crop. And this is where Tyler is going to land. She's going to find a man with some money, honey, and she gonna have a whole bunch of little drama and bullshit going around to hide the fact that her ego is bruised because her self-esteem is low and she's emotionally immature and she doesn't really have any talent. But yeah, she'll be all right. Tyler fans, she'll be all right. She gonna go on and get her a rich man and she'll live happily ever after. Don't worry. She'll be okay, but she won't be singing to us too much longer because baby gonna pack that shit up. We done with you. All right, y'all. Let's get to this final reading and let's talk about this son of a bitch, David, honey. I'm not gonna really specifically read on the case. I'm gonna read his energy surrounding I'm gonna just read his energy surrounding the events that took place um with him and Celeste Rivas. How is the little girl name? Little Celeste. I'm gonna just say Celeste. Um, I don't know where this little boy came from, but I'm looking forward to him going back to wherever he was because he's a weird little nigga. Um, his his genre or brand of music, I don't like it. I think that this is a uh personality that he may have developed out of need for attention, and it carried over into his adulthood, and there was nobody around him to check it because everybody, every adult in this situation is fucked up. Okay. And this, the energy that's suggested is all of these people are toxic, honey. This is a toxic group of people that are controlled by money. Okay, all of them, including David, including Celeste Rivas's parents and family, are all controlled by money. I told y'all before that these people in the industry and even some of these artists seek out people purposely that are in dilapidated positions so that they can take advantage of them so that they can do what they want to do to them. And unfortunately, in Celeste's case, lose their life if they go against it. I think that a lot of things are being manipulated in this case, both on David's behalf and on Celeste's parents' behalf. Um, this little girl ended up dead literally because she was a runaway and because nobody cared to have this little girl cared for and nobody cared for this little girl, okay? And I'm trying to choose my words carefully. But this is exactly why she ended up fucked around in the end. Yeah, let's get to it, y'all. I don't want to pull too many more of these because our energy came from these oracle cards. Like I said, these are people that are um controlled by money. All right. Like I said, there is going to be some hidden truths about her family that come out, or there needs to be, or maybe the energy surrounding these cards are just saying there are some hidden truths, and there is some rumors that are circulating about, or will circulate about, how her family, or how he came about with meeting Celeste, and y'all gonna find out that family ain't as clean as they trying to pretend to be. Okay, there is motives. There is a lot of secrets when it comes to her family. Okay, there is a lot of perversion surrounding everyone in that little girl's family, and even David in this situation, even deep down to her goddamn grandparents. Yeah, it. Let me get this card again. Uh, it goes into speaking about her parents and her grand, or it her cards go into speaking about her parents and her grandparents having secrets. Okay, it's been some shit going on in this family for a very long time. But it all has to do with money. Okay, the money and the gifts that David was giving them to keep Celeste, allegedly, they felt like it was well worth it. All right. So this is all about people who are controlled by money and gifts, people who were in a dilapidated ass situation, people that were possibly in debt or facing some type of debt, who needed some money. And David, like most predators, sought out these people, groomed them, if you will. Not only that, they potentially had some type of life insurance on her too, as well, or they were paid not good enough. But David gave them enough money to be able to sustain themselves. So them trading their daughter slash granddaughter, cousin, whatever she was to them, for money and gifts to David. This is what this is what it is. It's about money. It's about money. It's a damn shame that the little girl couldn't live because so many people around her were fucked up. Okay, because she was facing some abuse and some shit going on anyway in that household or in that family. This is why she was a runaway. This is why she was comfortable with David. First of all, because he's a celebrity. Allegedly, we use that term too loosely these days, but he's a celebrity, and she felt like he was safe. He could protect her. He could become her caregiver. Okay, he could provide for her what her family potentially wasn't, what she didn't understand, or what her family didn't care to understand. Because again, he started fucking with her when she was about 11 years old. Okay, every adult around that little girl was a bad fucking influence, regardless to how safe she felt around David, and regardless to how he promised to be her caregiver. This man was the devil. Okay, he was always much older than her and grown. Okay, always the mind control. That's what it was about. He knew that she was young, she could be manipulated, she was malleable. He could get in her head. He could play mind games. He could control her. He knew what he could do to keep her in line because she's young, or she was young. Okay, made her believe that they were in a relationship, despite them denying it now, or his team denying it. They were dating, and it's documented on certain social media. Y'all have to get in the comments and tell me the ones that y'all know he was up on, but he was definitely chatting with young girls and shit long before he met Celeste. He's got a pattern of doing this shit. He made her feel like she was in love, partying all the time, doing shit, going out of town. She's grown. She feeling grown as a little girl. Taking her to expensive hotels and shit and kicking it. Possibly, providing her with all of the drugs and poison that she could ask for that she knows she's not supposed to get. He provided a home. All right, he provided what she considered home, a safe space. He was a power source. He gave her all kind of money, provided her with the experiences that she wasn't gonna have being with her family. He was her power supply. Okay, but then them doubts started surfacing within her because in relationships that are very superficial, and some relationships, period. Those doubts present themselves, and she started questioning, wait a minute, he might not be, and this is just alleged, and this is just what I'm feeling from the cards surrounding David and Celeste's energy, okay? He might not be as loyal as I think he is, or he may not be exactly what he presented himself to be. Um, there was some jealousy going on both sides. Celeste was a little girl. Of course, she didn't know what she was doing. That wasn't jealousy. That was her intuition telling her to get the fuck away from this man, okay? Y'all see what's going on this jealousy card? Okay. All right, that was her intuition. That wasn't jealousy. She wanted to get away from him, or she wanted to maybe take a break away from him. Here's the temporary distance part card showing up, but then there's the imprisonment card because maybe David didn't let her leave. And I'm not saying that this is concrete fact. This is just my tinfoil hat theory, but maybe he trapped her there. Okay, maybe he you know, made it so that she couldn't leave. And from then on, things just got more and more toxic. The dynamics started falling apart. Uh, it started becoming more and more drama within their inner circle. And she started to figure out what David's ulterior motives were. Now, what his ulterior motives were, other than getting a young girl and manipulating her, it'll come out in the trial. It'll come out in the trial. But she started seeing his motherfucking ulterior motives. And I know that LAPD has said that this may be gossip surrounding her. But she was pregnant a couple times, y'all. All right. And I don't think that she wanted to have his child. Okay. Or maybe she wanted to take her baby and get the fuck away from him. And, she was going to use that as her meal ticket. But David had other plans, didn't he? Okay. You ain't gonna leave me. You gonna leave me how I want you to leave me. And that's just me putting my little spin on it. That's just my conjecture. That's not literally what he said, but the energy gives that, honey. Okay. They gonna find out that ego was present. They gonna find out he was manipulating that girl when they go to court because he's going to fuck to court and he's gonna go to jail, y'all. Okay, I can say that out loud. Okay, he's gonna go to fuck to jail. Okay, they're going to find out that he literally did it, and he had some help with it, okay? But they're gonna try to spin it, y'all, as an accident. All right. I didn't mean to do it. It was a crime of passion. I was so angry. She was probably strangled before she was dismembered. Um, a lot of that is going to come out because where that he doesn't think anybody saw what he was doing, or those that participated in the unaliving of Celeste think that they weren't seeing. There is surveillance present and it is going to come out. Somebody knows exactly what happened and they're going to expose, or the lies surrounding that little girl's death is going to come out. Okay. And again, they're going to try to spin her death. They're going to try to put it like she was just a missing teen or she just went missing. But we are going to find out that he took her, or whomever took her, whomever was attached to him, if he didn't do it with help, whomever was attached to him, they took her out to a desert area. Okay. He literally had an accomplice. He literally had an accomplice. And it was their plan to cover it up, all right, by dismembering her. Parts of her haven't been found because they buried it. They pretty much did their thing with cleaning this shit up, okay, and probably have discarded the rest of her remains or those that are missing along the road while they were out. Yeah, they're trying to cover it up and they're gonna try very hard to cover it up, but he is going to see justice, okay? He is not going to get away with any parts of this situation. Even if he does not get convicted of her unaliving, he's going to go to jail for having a relationship with a minor. a 20 or 21-year-old man or 22-year-old man should not be in a relationship with a 15-year-old girl. Okay, he's going to get convicted of something, y'all. Just stay tuned because this ain't gonna be the end of me talking about this David situation. This is just the beginning. We ourselves are going to keep tabs on all of the shits, honey. All right.
Feel the sacred glow in the realm of the real. Let a power flow.